Welcome to the Info Pit. I'm here with my co-host, Absolute.
Hello, my name is Absolute, full-time student by day, streamer, coach, and leader of D3 by night.
And I'm your host, Fluffyexe. I'm a full-time tech engineering student and House General of Saber, whereby it's NBI. If you're not, it doesn't really mean much. And yeah, welcome to the Info Pit.
You didn't screw it up!
I did.
Oh!
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, Riptide's watching.
Riptide's on. I didn't screw it up once.
I got it right.
Got it once, man. Were you reading a script? No, he's just supposed to say that every time. He's just never done it right. He has never done it right.
I never get it right. I always mess up every single time, but like I got it this time.
Hey man, starting off great. Starting off great this week, dude. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
We good.
Whoop, how are you doing this week, Fluffy?
Tired.
Tired.
That was part of the script. Yeah, that's part of the script.
That's part of the script. Yep.
Being happy that I got it right. I finally read the script right.
It took him 3 weeks of being illiterate.
3 weeks. That's giving me credit, dude. Honestly.
3 weeks. Oof.
Yeah, 3 weeks is giving me credit because we've been running this show. This is episode 10, and we were not live for first week. We're live.
Exactly at 5. Oh wait, no, I was coming out today. 19 never learned how to read. Fluffy 19 never learned how to read. That explains so much.
But no, my week's just been busy, man. Honestly, but like
same. Hey, I got show week coming up in 2 weeks, so we're going full steam at school.
Yeah.
Rough.
No. Honestly, I'd rather be busy than
bored.
Not have anything to do though.
Yeah.
I actually got into playing games a little bit again too.
Whoa. Whoa. Calm down there. Calm down there.
Yeah. Like.
I don't know if we can accept games here in this gaming community. It's really weird. I don't think we can. In fact, you're actually out. You're kicked.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little weird. Anyways, nice to see everyone here today. Do appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Y'all, man, from the south for 300. But let's go ahead and start off with the first topic of the show. Good old story time. All right,
dude.
So the first story we have for this week is something I like to title "Waking Up to Bell or Not."
Okay, wait.
Here's
that
the resident
sounds like. It just sounds like, the Disney thing. Sorry,
yeah,
that was bad.
I mean, it's don't know if I'd say Disney, but it's near there, because this is the Florida Man article of the week. Fair. So, starting right off. Florida man arrested for DUI after mistaking bank drive-thru for Taco Bell. Yup. That's
yeah.
Starting off great. All right. So, a Tampa man was arrested on Wednesday afternoon for DUI after he reportedly mistook a bank drive-thru for Taco Bell. Oh, Mr. Mumbly, thank you very much. Welcome to the Hall of the Gods. Could point out the Fluffy RCP
all right. You know what?
But he didn't.
I was gonna like
toxic Fluffy.
Coffee, like actually just send you a message, but instead I'll do it on on stream. I am sorry. Wow. I meant to go.
He's not sorry.
But it was at 7 in the morning for me, and I went to bed at 4 in the morning.
Nice.
And that's my fault, and I'm sorry. So, yeah,
all right.
There you go.
There you go. Anyways, afternoon for DUI after reportedly mistook a bank drive-thru for a Taco Bell. According to Hernando County Sheriff's Office, the manager of the Bank of America on Mariner Boulevard called to report an impaired driver after he found an unconscious man behind the wheel of a blue sedan in a bank's drive-thru lane. The manager told deputies that after beating on the car window for some time, he was able to wake up the driver. Upon waking up, the driver asked the bank manager for a burrito before driving away after being informed that he was not at Taco Bell. When deputies arrived, they found the blue sedan in the parking lot. The driver, Douglas Francisco, 28, was still in the driver's seat with the car running. The manager of the bank confirmed that Francisco was the same driver who had called about. According to the arrest report, Francisco made several unusual statements. Deputies also noted that he had delayed reactions to their questions, as well as slowed movement consistent with someone under the influence of prescription narcotics. After Francisco failed a series of field sobriety exercises, he was placed under arrest. The arrest report states that he had oxycodone and Xanax on him, both of which he was prescribed. He was transported to Hernando County Jail on a $1,000 bond. You ever just get such a day that you take enough to go to the bank and ask for a burrito? Because this guy did.
I'm gonna be honest. Going to the bank and asking for a burrito It's probably nicer than going to the bank and asking for anything else.
Explain.
Just don't like going to the bank all that much. Actually, that's all I've got. It's yeah.
Nice.
I don't have any real explanation on that one. It's
So,
just like,
never
I
ask
don't like going to the
Fluffy
bank.
about anything about banks, or else he'll tell you the
Yeah,
order
never
for
ask
a
me to go to
taco
the
from
bank or
Taco
anything
Bell.
like that,
He'll
'cause
hold
I'm
the
just gonna be
numbers.
like-
Those are the numbers he knows, not the banking information,
Yeah.
but the actual Taco Bell numbers you see.
Yeah,
All right.
It's not even Taco Bell. I just like
Taco
pizza
Bell.
place down the road. That's basically it.
I mean, you have to go there because they can't deliver to your house, but
Yeah, exactly. Because they're just
Fluffy
like,
is.
apparently they can't.
I
get
have
people-
never heard. So Fluffy for a long time, he orders pizza a lot. I'm gonna expose you on this one. He orders pizzas a
That's
lot.
toxic.
And like he always tells me, like as he's ordering, I'm like, man, I don't think it's gonna get here on time. You know, I'm calling up. I don't think I'm gonna get here on time. And then 40 minutes later, or to an hour and a half one time, they just
literally
show
never
up.
get here in time.
And every time he's
Yeah,
like,
they're
oh, but I have to
bankruptcies.
forgive them. So you know, I just have to forgive them for it. Because it's the only place you can go there,
The only place.
and it will
I can
actually be
go,
warm.
But like, then I have to drive and
Why
like,
do you
get
complain
up out
about
of my
it?
chair, and because it takes an hour. Why else would I complain about?
Do you really need pizza that bad? Where you can't just go, hey
Yeah.
Uber, hey Uber Eats could get it to you faster at this point, dude. Maybe
It's-
for less cost
yeah,
on delivery.
Yeah, Uber Eats and like you know the closest person who does Uber Eats in the town, an hour away from me.
Look, man, I'm still
That's
saying it
like-
might get to you faster. At this
It
point,
probably
it
would,
might
if
get
we're
to you
gonna be real.
faster.
Almost forgot to sub. Oof, dude. That would have been bad on a 7-month streak, but yeah, Pog.
Captain Hudson has joined the Hall of the Gods.
There we go. That's what I was
Almost
thinking,
forgot to
honestly.
sub.
Lol.
Yeah, but yeah,
Glad you
there,
did.
there are bank drive-throughs. You can like you know, pop in banks and
So do you think like they ever?
things to
I
drive
sent
through.
the meme photo of that ma'am on March 31st to our officer group of did it. Wait, really?
I need to see.
The coincidence? Oof. Guess you just got pizza delivered to you right now. Did it take an hour and a half? Because if not, you need
It
to let
probably-
Fluffy in on how it doesn't. He doesn't know. He's not experienced with
Yeah.
such things. You must understand.
I'm not.
very
yeah,
ignorant to
no,
those
it doesn't.
things.
Like nobody around here delivers like that. I'll just take forever because none of them have the 30-minute guarantee. Like they're all just like, it gets there when it gets there, and
It
I'm
just
like,
confuses me because like you talk about how
Okay.
small your town
I
is
gotta.
every once in a
Well, see,
while,
the thing is,
and
I
then you're
gotta
like,
order
it takes an
an
hour and a
before.
half to get to my place of living from the pizza shop. It's like a mile or two out.
Yeah, it's
What
like
goes
10
on?
minutes out. It's like it's
What-
10
what
minutes out, and then I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, I need out. I have to order pizza like an hour to 2 hours before I'm even hungry, dude. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna be sitting there starving.
like-
I'm
you
gonna
just sit
end
there-
up eating. I'm just hitting my mic.
Let me check my
I'm
messages
getting
one
up-
second. I have a division meeting exactly at, let's say there. So if you just order my pizza now, it can show up in the middle of the meeting. Yay!
Yeah.
I'll finally be full. That's my fluffy voice.
That's
Work?
toxic, honestly.
Say it
but
works.
like, you know
Alright.
what? Everything here is
There
that
you go.
it gets there when it gets there.
It's there.
Receive it or cold. Okay.
Okay,
something
that's
I
a
will
problem.
say
If
is
it's cold,
it's
if it's
always hot
cold-
when it gets here, at least. And Shepard, that's toxic right there. That's an awful impression.
I love it. Great,
no,
thanks,
the
Shep.
second.
My vice, by the
look,
way.
Awful impression.
Always got
agree.
my support.
I love it. Disagree.
I love it. I
But
love
that's
it. It's
okay.
great. Having 3 coffees a day explains why my nickname is Coffee. I would say that's correct.
It explains why your nickname is Coffee with 3 E's.
3 E's. Hey, pick out, Fluffy. There you go. Now, if only you could pick out a pizza place that didn't take an hour and a half to deliver, maybe will be some.
All right, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and use my card to leave. We each get one per stream.
Each get
We
one
can
per
each
stream.
leave
You
once.
can walk away.
That's
you
it.
can walk away for like a
Yeah,
minute.
no, you know, I'm just gonna.
There he goes.
I'll
All right,
be
well, he's
back,
gone.
yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on to the second article of the day. Father admits to staging home invasion to cover up his theft of daughter's Girl Scout cookie sales. This is an article I so lovingly called "On Thin Mint Ice." I was very proud of one. Uber Eats from ramen, right? Just get Uber Eats for ramen, Fluffy. Come on, Fluff. Where'd you go, bud? Bud, where'd you going? Hey, where you going, bud? Yep, he's gone. I just had a 5-hour musical
I just
rehearsal.
had a 5-hour musical rehearsal and I want to die.
Oh, relatable. Relatable. Just remember, opening night's gonna feel like such a great thing to be in. We'll be fine. He's going to drive to the pizza place. All right, so we got 30 minutes without Fluffy. Go ahead and keep moving on to the article. Man, I would have just stolen the cookies for to get the money. You're right. You're right. You're right. Here's what I get. Okay, here's what he did though. A man in Oregon accused of staging an elaborate home invasion in an effort to cover up his theft of more than $700 from his daughter's Girl Scout cookie sales. According to Forest Grove police, officers responding to a 911 call on March 6th for a possible break and enter and assault.
At the __ Aries I didn't rip.
I'm back. That's it.
Welcome back. Oh, we have to move on to the
He's
next
going to
article.
drive to the pizza place. Okay.
Hey man, it might take just as long to start the next
Opening
article.
night is Friday.
Opening night's Friday. Good luck, man. Good luck. Friday opening nights are tough for me. I'm used to starting off on Wednesdays and just doing 4 show days straight on through. Anyways, back to the article. Police said Brian Cortea, 40, placed the emergency call for just about 10 a.m. and reported an unknown individual had entered his home through a sliding glass door. Not a sliding wooden door, because that's very common. Corridor said that he engaged in a struggle with the alleged suspect before the apparent. Look, man, it's word choice. Like
Okay,
the sliding
alright,
glass door.
I actually have a
Do you
story
have a
on
sliding
this.
wood door?
I actually do, yeah, or I did. When we first moved into this place, you know barn style doors, like you can have inside of your house. And
Yeah,
everything,
you have like the big
where they
gate
have
opening.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well,
Look,
no,
those
no, no.
aren't used for normal
when
things.
I say barn style doors, I mean like it's got the hinge like a sliding glass door up on the top of the door frame, and it doesn't have anything connecting to the bottom. It's just the door hanging, and you slide it. It's weird.
Why would you? That's not a common thing, though. I feel like if anyone's gonna
No, it's
imagine
not
a
a
sliding
common
door,
thing.
they're gonna imagine a sliding glass door.
Time to
back-
get back to
but, like,
rehearsal
this is
cause
the
we
sliding
still
window.
have another hour.
Just saying.
Good
there
luck,
you go.
bud. Power through it. You got this. Just remember, just keep acting until you finally get to the star role. Or if you can't do that, just be the best
Dude.
supporting role you can be.
The
You got
bits.
this. Easy. Thanks for the bits, though, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
Rule has been broken. Who broke the rule?
All right.
Who broke the rule?
Yeah. Who
All
broke
right.
the crab rule? I gotta go.
Go ahead and call him out.
No,
Anyways,
nobody broke the
real-
crab rule.
This isn't a crab room. All right, but real talk though. Why would you say? I'm just saying. Often use a sliding window.
Hey,
Here's the
thank
thing
you,
though.
Roy,
This
for
is in
the gifted
Florida,
sub.
and you cannot tell me that this is gonna be the same thing. Get Rex Scrub. Join the Hall of the Gods. You can't tell me that's the same thing. You
Wait,
can't.
gifting
You
the sub.
can't say
Thank
in
you.
that context to me that you would imagine a wooden sliding door, Japanese style
No.
first. I would not believe you. So I just don't see why like
first.
sliding glass door.
Have you seen the
Salad
salad channel? I have seen the salad channel. Yeah.
Nice. Still applies.
It doesn't.
Still
look like
applies.
it. I'm sorry.
Oof. All right. Anyways,
Look,
Cortora
if
said
Shepard
he.
said no.
Anyways,
Because
Cortora
apparently
said he
Shep
engaged in
actually
a struggle with the
can't
alleged
say
suspect before the apparent intruder fled from the house and officers arrived, police said. Police K9 unit was dispatched to search the suspect, causing panic for some area residents. Oh no, they got the dogs out. How well can I pet them if they're police work? Let me know if they have the same color wall. They are just across the floor from each other. No door confirmed. That I'd see. How'd you know? They know we're over here. See, I can. If I reach over hard enough, I'll just slap him. Ready? Ready, Fluffy? For me to slap you? For me to slap?
No, I'm not.
You didn't go with
See,
it.
it didn't work. Nah, I didn't
See?
go with it that time.
Brothers, dude. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Can't you
alright.
tell we look so much alike?
Yeah, man, easy. I got good hair. He got. All right.
I'm gonna use
there were
a
cops
fucking
from all
second
over
car.
dogs and forensic team. They had crime scene tape up everywhere. Brooke Wynn told KGW8 News, "We put sticks in all of our doors, and I started setting the alarm during the day because I was afraid of home by myself during the day." Officers said they were found at the scene. They found Cortera unresponsive. There's a distinct difference between unconscious and being unresponsive. Forest Grove Police Captain Michael Hall told the news station without disclosing what injuries the man may have suffered. Turns out there were no home invasions, according to police. They claim Cortera staged the entire situations. Cortera admitted to Forest Grove police investigators whose alleged incidents was staged, police document said in a statement. Investigators believe that Cortera staged the incident in order to conceal the theft of money belonging to the non-profit organization that was spent inappropriately. $740 of cookie sales, by the way.
Do you ever breathe when you're talking?
Do I ever breathe? Yes.
You know, at least my question's answered.
This isn't Crab Rave. Who told you that?
Right.
What's the last name of being Fluffyexe? Oh man, you got us there, Cap.
Yeah,
got us
that's my
there.
name. My name is Fluffyexe.
Yep. Mine is AbsoluteNSB. It's actually non-Siapuan. It's just easier to say. And ask me to read that. I'll do it.
I'm not asking you. That's not happening.
Can we just talk about it's a real talk? Talk about this article real quick. This guy didn't steal the cookies.
I love it
Wait for us.
personally.
Like, what if this guy? Okay, what if this guy stole the money, right? But let's talk about if he had stolen the cookies. Like, I'm just saying, $740 worth of cookies, Girl Scout cookies. I'm just saying, you could have like marked up those prices. No one would have questioned it.
Mark them up.
I'm not saying you
sell
should
them
do this,
during-
chat.
No,
I'm
no,
not
this is what I'm
advocating
saying, this is what I'm
for doing crime. But
I am not.
no,
Not.
not.
Okay, I'm not. But this is the thing: if you sell them when Girl Scouts aren't selling them, then like you're gonna be the only
like-
source.
you're like-
and you can mark those prices up.
Wait,
Like you have no
it's like
competition
this,
at the
like
time.
this.
It's just like
what-
it's easy clap.
I heard you got them.
You have a
Heard you got them cookies.
That's where
I
he
hear you
got,
got them
Watt
cookies.
from. Hey, show them
Yeah,
Watt.
hedgehog flesh in your. Oh yeah, this is Watt, by the way. If anyone didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's like legitimate. Oh, by the way, Abs, next stream I'm gonna have the beanie. He doesn't have his headset on right now.
What?
Next stream I'm gonna have the beanie.
Are we gonna do beanie next stream?
It's on its way. It's on its way,
Fuck up
yeah.
more if anyone doesn't know. Shush.
Yeah.
Hush, hush.
Yeah, we'll
This
we'll
is
talk-
Watt, by
you
the
wanna
way.
just wait
This
that for,
is-
you wanna keep that as a surprise for next
We can
episode?
talk about
We'll
this
talk
guy.
about it
Yeah, we'll
later.
talk about surprise. This is Watt, by the way. That's my channel emote. For anyone who didn't know, he started out a stuffed animal I got from my sister as a gift, and I just love him so much. So, anyways, I'm just saying.
therefore Watt
Here's
was
how the
born.
situation goes. All right, 2 men, back alley deal, classic. Got the noir music kind of running in the background, a little bit of rap vibe going through the beat though. Get through the corner.
Get
It was a
some,
nice smoky alley.
You want some mint Girl Scout cookies?
Got them Thin Mints, man. I need them Thin Mints, man. You got them Thin Mints? How much? How much? You need those Thin Mints? How much? How much?
It's gonna cost you like a good $100.
I don't got 100, man. How about I had 80? 80. Can I get 80? Can I get 80?
It's gonna
90,
be
man.
100.
90. I can do 90. I can do
You
90.
know what? I'll do you a favor. I like you. It's gonna be 90.
$90 for a Thin Mint box. A single box, everybody.
Yeah, one singular box. Yeah.
One singular box of Thin Mints. $90. Alright, that is the story time for this week.
So bad.
Hope you enjoyed it. Give Ryan out cheap
That
first
might
time
be
to
the
get them
longest
cooked.
story
What a
segment
steal!
we've had,
What a
actually.
steal! Oh.
Alright, so Abs.
Alright.
We don't have a guest this week, so you know.
We don't.
Guess.
So we can go ahead and move on
guess
to-
Guess on us chat. What do you got?
You know what? Guess zone. What do you guys want? Here, chat. Let's ask a question. Here's anyone can answer this
We're
in
gonna
chat.
ask you guys.
We're gonna
Yeah.
choose the same thing we always close with for our guests. What if you had to describe one trait of yours that you would define yourself by? Mine's loyalty. What would you call yours? Where's Yogsy? He was a guest for that week, bud. Tell us putting us on forums. Put some posts up
Yogsy?
on Sky. We may have him on again.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we
Memes.
Get
Good
Yogsy,
answer,
get old
Chef. Good
Rigsy
answer.
on here.
Memes.
We've already had Riptide.
Fluffy's his bot, so you know.
Mine's bot, yeah.
No, you're not supposed to. You're better than that. Come on.
Dude, dude, what do you mean?
You're
I
better
even
than that.
changed
Come
my
on.
Twitter. I even changed my Twitter handle to be Fluffy.
I bullied you into that.
Fluffy the bot.
I bullied you into that.
I forgot what it
Dead inside. That's 2 words. Can't do it. That's 3 words from demo. Can't do that either. Come on. 1 word. You got it. I believe in y'all. I believe in y'all.
Absolute disappointment.
Curiosity. Oh, nice one, Cryptic. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, my Twitter
I
is
like that.
Fluffy the bot. So
You're all even seeing just a guest zone for all of you because you're all the guests inside. Why
You're the
is
guest,
everything
yeah.
off horizontally right now on the screen?
Why are you off horizontally?
Heck you, bud.
Wow.
Heck you, bud.
Whoa here. Whoa there. Whoa.
You, bud. Dash.
That's-
That's not how that works.
Whew.
Cap. Please don't tell
God.
me the North American education system has failed that badly.
You know what, Cole? I agree, and so that's my 1 word.
What is called? God?
God.
Okay. Flex on him, dude. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just like.
I ain't gonna question.
ooh,
I ain't gonna question, man. You got this. Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
No one agrees with me. Sad face. What was yours? Charismatic. I like it. I like it. All right. Go ahead and complex meme. If you can find an avatar for him, I'd see why not. We're gonna show it off later in the dump.
You know what? Yeah.
I guess that it'll be guest zone for the week, though. Thanks everyone who answered in chat. Go and move on to hot games of the week. All right, we're gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna pull a Fluffy. We're gonna go out of order. Whoa,
God.
you guys, are you ready
How
for this?
could you do that? I
You-
haven't
you
done that
ready
in
for this?
weeks.
No, I'm
I
still
think
gonna
I
call
did
you
that
out for
last
it.
week, actually.
You did actually. So
I-
we're gonna
yeah,
go.
I was gonna say, I think
This
I
is
did
my
that
out
last
of order
week.
card I use once every month. You don't have a genuine word for myself. Let's move on. Hey man, memes are what everybody enjoys talking about, sharing, and having around. So I'd say that fits pretty well. All right, I have to retype my chat messages. Why'd you have to retype them? What was it? I'm missing something. All right. So first hot game of the week, we have a new release from the Gungeon series. This is the final DLC for Gungeon.
You said you were gonna go out of order.
I changed my mind again. So now it's out of order,
You see, this is what I deal with on a daily, guys. Like, this is why I'm no longer in 3.
This is why I'm no longer in 3. Ow!
This is the reason.
Ow!
This is the reason.
Anyone who's not in DI doesn't get that. Ow!
Nah.
Fake out, dude. Tap tap! Alright.
You can't run out of focus when you did that.
Right, I'll do it. Dab, dab. There we go. Stay in focus this
yeah.
time. Saw that. Alright.
Somebody clip it, please.
Alright, somebody get that smile. It's so out of order that it has fallen back in order.
Is that a galaxy brain?
It's a galaxy brain, dude. Alright, so Enter the Gungeon has led its final release of DLC. A Farewell to Arms is live. Farewell to Arms, as the name implies, is a farewell to the series, this being the last DLC installment, at least for right now. As we know, game companies need money, so we may get one later, but for now, this is what they're saying is the last one. You guys make it info pit, love seeing those beautiful faces, but wait in Europe, so we'll talk about it, bud. We'll talk about it. Make Longbow superior.
Why would I want to do that? I'm not in Longbow anymore.
Not Longbow anymore. Make it earlier. We'll look into it, Coffee. We'll look into it.
We will. We actually have to, like, the only problem is, like, we have to fit it with the schedules that we have and everything, and
Yep.
With me, that's not so big of an issue, but Mr. Busy over here.
But I have Church, then Open Division, then fixing anything other stuff I need to do for sound checks, and then this. I'll start my morning off. It's great. I mean, all just to say,
Sonny.
just to talk to you beautiful people. Real Sony. Had to make an alt just
Sony.
to. I don't get it.
Make them Saturday night.
We'll look into it. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. That might be a situation we might pursue. We'll look into it. We'll look into it. Man of Lord, eh?
Maybe. We also have to fit it with, like, the rest of the stream schedule
talk about
with
religion
the so
on chat. Oh.
We'll see. Yeah.
Anyways, so this is the final Farewell to Arms DLC. As you can see in the article we linked, a Farewell to Arms is the final goodbye expansion to Enter the Gungeon that extends further and refines the original game with new features and variety. For the first time since the release of the base game, you can control of 2 new secret characters, the Randomized Paradox and the Redacted. Experienced Gungeoneers will also explore the new secret area filled with the new enemies, face off against unique new bosses, and go nuts with the community-inspired Rainbow Mode. Rainbow Mode, by the way, is a mode where you don't get any other items than the ones you start off with at the level. So every time you enter a new level, you get a new item. And that's all you get. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're really bad. But whatever it is, you have to pursue it to the end. Really cool game mode for roguelike, in my opinion. But it's really nice.
Yeah.
Jump in, everyone else, they were part of the development thing except me. I don't know who you are.
I'm kind of hoping this kind of goes along with, I'm kind of hoping that everything
I've
kind of
liked it a
goes
lot.
Like what?
It's been really fun to watch. The new Enter the Gungeon DLC.
No. See, I'm hoping Risk of Rain does sort of the same thing, actually.
I hope
like,
so.
whenever they finally release the game and everything, with all the different aspects and a bunch of new different, different bosses, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I like, okay. Here's why I like Enter the Gungeon so much. The puns, of course.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I like puns. Yeah. Who knew? But secondary, the unique art style and the unique effects that they took in order to both design gameplay and visible attributes of the game was something that was very unique for its time, especially even as a stylistic choice. So it's great. I really like it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there's new characters, new bosses, new variety, new life into the game. If you liked Enter the Gungeon, you will love this. I recommend picking it up. But that'll be it for that. A little bit shorter release. All right. And now we're going to actually skip one. Borderlands 1. Baited! All right. Anyways.
This is the thing. Look, guys. It gets on to me for not going in order. And then next thing you know, I'm going to go out of order. But I'm not going out of order. Now
or
we
am
skip
I?
one.
Or am I? Ooh.
That's toxic. Honestly, just
Eyebrows.
toxic. Fluffy, what would it take to get you to make you recreate?
I don't know what that
Watch Me
is.
By...
Dab. Can I get some DI dabs?
Am I?
Can I get some dabs in chat?
Is this how you become old?
Yes.
Get
Even I don't
references.
get it. Even I don't get it. So don't worry
I
about
think
it.
you're no.
I'm high school still.
I was gonna say you're probably you're an older head than I am, but I don't know. Because you are still in high school. So.
Depends how you define that. Anyways, so second release of the week is the new Borderlands Game of the Year edition, out now on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So, what this is...
Song? Oh, yeah.
No. Anyways, moving on. Hot games. Hot games.
Hot games.
New Borderlands 1 release completely remasters and requalifies what it is to be the old title that is Borderlands 1. A hot release for its time, and still something talked about today with the new Borderlands 3 coming up in this coming year. Or not this coming year, this year. Got that wrong. Go old by making a movie reference that no one else in the room gets. That's the moment
I was
you're
old when I was 12.
Nice. This is nobody mentioned Nene song.
You know what? I feel that coffee. I think I may leave too. Yep. And leave all.
And he's gone. And we're gone. What? We're gone. Huh? All right. So.
Excuse me.
Talk about with the article real quick. Fans of the Borderlands series can rest easy as developer Gearbox announced Borderlands 3 during its past East panel this last week. Also during the panel, Gearbox confirmed the remastered Borderlands Game of the Year edition, the remastered Borderlands GOTY. Releases earlier this week, so you can pick it up now on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. If you own the existing Game of the Year edition on Steam, you should have a received free update with the remastered version that you can find in your Steam library. It's possible to obtain the physical copy of the game on console, but they're limited to US and Canada stores only.
So
do I breathe? Do I breathe?
One of those doesn't exist. It's just limited to the U.S. I don't know why they mentioned.
What's Canada?
Exist.
I don't understand what Canada is.
Doesn't exist.
Want to explain to me what Canada is? What's that?
Yeah, guys, help us here.
I don't understand. Anyways, so right now the PS4 GameStop version is $30. PlayStation Store is digital $30. Xbox One GameStop is $30. Microsoft Store digital is $30. And lastly, Steam is $30. I don't know why I couldn't have said that on all platforms it's $30, but I wanted to highlight that they took the time to articulate that each single one is a $30.
$30.
Once again, when things are designed like this, it bothers me on pages. I could have just said it in like 3 words. The game is $30. That's like 3 different parts of that sentence, and you're good. But nah, you had to go through each one. Article words count requirements.
Requirements, yeah.
Understand, Cryptic. Understood. I now see your point. All right, make them look better for longer.
And this is $30. And this is $30.
That's a good point, Cryptic. In which case, I'm going to criticize it even more for being a for a conformatic system that doesn't quite work. Anyways.
That's toxic.
A little bit. Alright, so additionally, Gearbox has shared a bunch of new information about Borderlands 3, including the confirmation of its release date, September 13th. Mark it on your calendars, boys. We also got the first details of the playable characters. Borderlands Game of the Year edition drops tomorrow with new weapons, visual upgrades, character heads, gold chests, and keys, all for add-on packs and more. But that has been the new release for the week. I know multiple of my friends have started playing Borderlands 1 Remastered, and it has been a true upgrade. There's one more?
New release. There's a new release.
Well, no, new release for Borderlands.
For Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Yes.
Borderlands. That's not what I was doing there.
There's a new release.
There's a new release.
I didn't see. I wasn't looking at your camera.
That's okay.
Yes.
Half whipped. Anyway, but the HD texture, this game, the new release features HD textures, redone loot drop chances, which may or may not be as foolproof as they're saying. We are not sure, but there's been some testing that proves otherwise. But it says that it's there, and I'm not really sure.
But we've already figured out that's wrong.
But its visuals have been updated, its UI has been updated, some of the gameplay aspects such as abilities and such I know has been updated at least a little bit for each one. Basically make sure things work more functionally. And there has been certain error reports of it causing some RAM leakage, but they have supposedly been updating that recently. In the last patch, it supposedly fixed it.
Yeah.
But you'll have to see for yourself. It works for your computer.
They had
as always, it's tech
RAM
release to tech
leakage
release.
First.
All right.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. It was like you could only run it for like an hour.
I will say though,
release.
dude, I am so excited about that game. Oh,
it's a great game.
God,
but I like that they took a step back and was like, hey, let's re-release 1 before we release 3, because that's both a great PR move and it's a great community move.
Oh, yeah,
it's a great
wonderful
game
PR move.
You're
just like, all right, cool. Look, Borderlands. It's
thing.
been a while since Borderlands 2, and then Tales from the Borderlands came out, and
which is really good if we're honest. It's like one of the only Telltale games I enjoyed.
See, this is the thing, guys. All right, so a lot of people really don't like or a lot of people do like it. A lot of people don't like the Telltale games, right? The biggest issue with them, and obviously Telltale is kind of non-existent anymore, sadly. They made decent games, just it wasn't for everybody. Plus the fact that whenever you have a story-based game like that, covered by so many, creators,
everybody,
it kills your game. Like that's actually for some games. Like we talked about the game Pine, Shadow of the Colossus.
Let's talk about. Let's even say. Let's talk about
Borderlands, Overwatch, Apex,
Telltale's
Fortnite,
The Walking Dead. If you guys remember that one, that literally got sunk by people covering it.
Yeah, all these games I just said, like all those games that people just like have been playing and everything, GTA RP, all of this stuff.
Freaking love GTA RP. We talked about it last week.
And boosted, like to a higher like standing, boosted to a higher like there are more people playing this game because creators play the game, right?
Here's the thing: the quality. Okay,
but
here's
the thing is,
quality.
if the game itself,
like
is like, oh well, it's a story-based game like GTA RP, not technically story-based.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
It can be, but that's the thing though. It's different for like if I go play it, it's different than like watching
Young Dab
or Young Dab play it.
Young
Yeah,
Dab
exactly.
play.
If I go play Overwatch, my experience is going to be different than Kefri's.
I can't believe that's just a thing.
Like,
sorry,
yeah.
Young Dab. It's one of
my
favorite stories.
It's one of those like. But like
it's
that's one of those things is
and these stories which are predestined, pre-designed to do these things.
They don't work for creators to play on them. They work for the creators because like the creators, it works for them.
Yeah, because they can show it off once, so like everyone wants to see it. Oh my god, the story! I didn't take this route. What happens?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to play for it yourself. Skip ahead 20 minutes in the video.
That's why Telltale learned later on in like doing their games and everything that they should probably not let creators have early access to their games.
Yeah.
Because when they did that, it killed them before that.
Very
you know what I
insulting,
mean?
Cap.
That's toxic.
I won't say there's reasons I don't like Capri, but
that's fine. But it's one of those like it just they would let people have early keys to the game, and it's like, why would you do that? Because now they're just gonna record it and show it to people, and it's like, well, you fucked yourself there.
Yeah.
Now they don't even get to play the game like for themselves and experience it. They don't have any reason to buy it.
I do like the fact that they are releasing the Borderlands 1 and are still stating that this will at least be as good as this. But we're so confident. We're going to give you the original game. Design is new, simply so you can see that we are going to have a level of quality to it. And it will probably still be just as good. And I like that that's kind of a power move right there, and it definitely is going to help their sales overall. But it's a good release.
Look at something like COD Infinite Warfare. I believe Infinite Warfare came with what, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, if you bought it with the pack?
I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was Infinite Warfare
I didn't follow that.
It could have been a different COD game, but they released it with like Modern Warfare Remastered, which was like, oh my god, that's the only way you could get Modern Warfare Remastered, was to buy it with the new game.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, though, if you compared the quality of the two games, the Remastered and the one that they just made, Remastered one was a lot better.
It was a little scuffed, sadly.
And it's kind of, you're sitting there just like, oh, because you're literally giving yourself, you're giving yourself your own merit of, this is how good we can do, but this is the new shit we're giving you. Like,
emphasis on the second word there.
Yeah. So, you just can't, you can't do that too much. But with Tales from the Borderlands, I actually really love that. Not gonna lie. Really enjoyed it. I even got it myself and played it. Well, that's actually one of the ones I stayed away from watching, period.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play it myself. Like, I love Borderlands so much, I was like, I can't just watch this one. I need to play it. And I played it. And I loved it. I also played the sequel and all of the other ones, 1 and 2, and I'm just like, this is awesome.
This is really cool.
They're just such games.
This is when we actually care about quality, now we care about money. It's industry, bud.
It's industry, sadly.
I care more about quality in games than quantity. But it doesn't sell money, and they need to provide for their family.
Yeah, that's fair. But there are studios that still do things that, go off quality too, though. So, that bad thing is, oftentimes those studios are in the recent years were either an indie studio and just kind of became...
Or closed.
A non-indie, or they closed. Or they're still indie. So, but indie games are great. I mean, hey, one of my favorite upcoming games, Pine. We talked about it 2-3 episodes ago.
2 episodes. 2
episodes ago.
Yeah.
We talked about Pine a little bit ago, so you can go watch episode 8 for more info on Pine.
But let's focus back on the hot game stuff.
But that's one of those something I'm really looking forward to.
But that's Borderlands 1, everybody. It has been a great re-release of an old title, properly done. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Risk of Rain real quick about closing thoughts on that game. This is a little bit of what I've been playing recently, and I'm just gonna leave it in the background.
We've kind of all been playing this game a good amount. Well, I say all. Me, Abs, and Ninja played it a little bit together. We've also played it a good amount apart. So, really fun game. Really, really fun game.
But I've been doing this my stream, as you can see here. It's up at the top you'll see the items going on right now. So I have like coat hoof, fuel cell, mushrooms, bandolier item, and some other things. You don't really care much about the names. We're more talking about what you get in these things. So each item, in a way, it's basically just showing, hey, you get this effect from this item. What? You okay? You alright?
Yeah, it's all good.
Alright. Good? Oh, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
But right here, you see
Okay,
me playing the
just
most basic character.
people
This is
in
the one they give you
laundry room,
first.
which is like right here. So they were trying to talk to me through the wall, and I'm like,
Huh? What you want? But here we have the basic Isaac character. This is the most basic one. You have a dodge roll. You have a right click, which is a more powerful shot. You know, some other things like that going on. And it's basically basic format of a roguelike, of course, is to each game you start anew as either character you've chosen or as the basis model that they just keep out through consistent. And you get more powerful with the game by collecting more items, by doing things, just, you know, unlocking more items as you play more games, finishing certain achievements to get new ones. But this one takes a new idea to it, which is a true first-person shooter experience that applies still to the items and everything else.
well, it's a third person.
Well,
Did you say third person?
I said first person because I was thinking about it.
Okay.
But it's third person.
I want to bring up
excuse
something real quick. Cryptic, that's actually an extremely good point. That like I don't know why I didn't connect the two before, but like yeah, items are similar to relics from Slay the Spire. If anyone's played that and hasn't played Risk of Rain before, have you played Slay the Spire before?
I haven't played it. I've watched a lot on it though, and I can see the
is-
connection.
Honestly, Risk of Rain is a lot like that.
But
See,
you
my
you
thing
never
on
get
Risk
new
of Rain-
like. Oh, sorry. You go.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so the thing about Risk of Rain and there's similarities here is that the artifacts and the items in this game, they don't actually change any of your core abilities or anything like that. Like, you don't suddenly gain a new type of shot or suddenly just switch out one of your attacks. It just adds more modifiers on what each one does and how they interact with each other. Such as there's a game in the item called Ukulele, and it makes all your shots electric. Do I get the joke? I'll be honest. No, I don't. I don't see what the connection is there.
I
but it's
feel
really cool.
like I get the. No, it's that when you pick it up, it says "and his music which electric."
No,
and
but
I
that's a
feel
reference
like
to something.
I
I
get it.
don't get the reference.
I know that's the thing. Like it's familiar, but I don't remember what it is.
I don't
Like,
remember
anybody
what
in chat know what that is? Like
But
a ukulele.
what it
but
is
it's
though,
his music which electric.
you want to get that?
Yeah.
Well, in any case, talk about what is actually going on. But as you can see, it's causing those arc shots, those little blue lines that are coming off from my shot. And it adds things like this has a chance of happening, like that's a chance ability. It can happen if it chances to happen, like off of your
I
certain
believe
number of hits
the
or
lightning
anything
happens
else.
no matter what.
No, it's a chance.
It's a chance.
It's a
It
chance.
must be a high chance. It happens a lot.
Yeah, and especially because you usually get them more often. But as you can see here, I'm shooting.
I was
It's
gonna say
just not
because
happening.
like even Full Metal Jacket, I can't remember what it's actually called.
Full Metal
But
Jacket.
even
Well, there's
it's
certain
the
items where it's
extra
chance, like
damage
this
to
is a
boss.
chance.
It's like 10%
That's always.
extra damage.
That happens
That's 10%
always.
always. Yeah.
But
then
that's
you
only on
also got
bosses.
Items like
But all of them are basically different effects on your basic shots or your basic ability as the character. So each character you choose is going to have certain abilities. Like this one, I go mostly for chance things on this character because you get the highest payout with them simply because you have more shots than you do with almost any other character. But I also play for things like more speed than I usually do, and then more defense abilities because you don't need to stealth as often as this character because you can dodge around easier.
Yeah.
But things like that. But each character is going to be a little bit different. And I really was enjoying it this past week. It was a lot of fun to play through. So, final thoughts on this game. If you liked Slay the Spire and you liked Binding of Isaac, but you like shooter games instead, and you're looking for a little bit more action than you get in Slay the Spire, and looking for a little bit more danger in the moment-to-moment basis, then I'd recommend picking this game up. Highly recommend it. I enjoyed it so much, and I'm still playing it today. I don't have the final character unlocked yet, and I haven't spoiled
That's
myself
the
what the
Lunar
character
character,
does.
yeah.
I don't want to know what it does. I do not want to know what it
don't know-
does.
I don't know
want to
either.
find out. I want to find out.
Yeah.
But I'm very close to getting that on my stream. If you want to swing by there.
oh yeah, the content is
Unlocking
like
it.
they've already got so much content in the game, which is
Oh,
wild.
no. There we go.
What's the no for?
The video went on again,
Okay.
so I had to
Yeah,
switch things around.
The content they already have in the game is actually a ridiculous amount, like for how much we.
It's an early
how
right now?
Early the game is, yeah. Like that's a lot of content. Even if it was complete right now, honestly, that could be a full game.
It could be a full game right now. It's only
That
about
could be a
$20
full game.
right now, I think.
So honestly,
And
I would say pick it
it's
up
really
now
good.
for the price hikes.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, like that's one of those things. The game Besiege.
Siege.
I picked Besiege. It's a mechanical building game, basically. where you build things to pass levels, that kind of thing. You should look it up real quick. Anybody who doesn't have it, you should look it up real quick as well. I think it might be like $20 now. It may have gone down in price and everything, but when I originally got it, it was in early and it was $10.
Oh right, this game.
Yeah, I got it for $10, and then like a year later, it finally released. And when it finally released, it was like $50,
Water.
which it is worth that money. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely worth that much money. But I was like, wow, I literally got it like $40 off the release price. And I had it during the release. I didn't even have to wait because
This game is. It'll probably at least like once it gets all its content packs out and everything. It may just stay $20, but they do things such as having content pack releases, and that's not uncommon for roguelike games to have DLC costs simply so they can keep making them, because that's honestly due to them for what their efforts are. But I'd just recommend
we're gonna do a next level plug today. Obviously,
next level plug.
Abs was showing you guys.
No, we're not gonna do that yet. We'll do that at the end. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I'm doing next level.
We're good.
I'm doing next.
We're good. All right.
Okay, fine.
Go ahead and moving on to the next article of the week, which is going to be Overwatch. Oh, what just happened? There we go. Overwatch League is back now with 20% less goats. But this isn't gonna be something we're hitting on for too long. But Overwatch League has relaunched their second stage today. This is stage 2 of the Overwatch League, a 4-stage tournament format for all Overwatch players to love and enjoy simply by watching. What are you doing? Anyways,
sorry, just
he's
fixing thing a little bit, yeah.
But this is the release of the second stage, this time with 30% less goats. Goats is a prominent meta in the Overwatch that everyone hates. So hopefully it's a little less now, and it is a little less. I've been watching it all this past few days, and I really do enjoy it. So if anyone loves Overwatch and hated watching goats, hated goats, people are finding counters to goats, even if it's slight variations. It is something different for a change. So if you've stayed away for that, know that it's slightly less bad now, and you might want to just tap in for at least a couple games.
Yeah,
but not much on that.
Surprisingly, and like this is gonna shock you more than it does them, because like maybe they don't know as much. I was playing comp yesterday.
I saw that.
I know,
replying to my messages.
On my main too.
You didn't answer my messages. It was great.
I thought I did. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend, guys.
But shade.
This thing is I was playing comp yesterday, and I think one game I ran into goats. So like,
it's died down a little bit. It's a little harder to run now because it actually has to be technically savvy to do it, or at least slightly more technically. As I won't actually say that, but it's a little more complicated, even if just slightly, and that's kind of easing people off of it, which I enjoy. I hate playing it. I like watching it. I'm one of the few people who liked watching it, but I hated playing it. So can't relate, and definitely did not have practice today. Omega lol.
I just didn't like goats, to be honest.
Didn't have an OD match or anything.
What do you mean can't
that's
relate?
a little bit.
I was literally playing with you yesterday, Shepard.
Omega lol. All right. Moving on, though, that is all. We're not going to stay on Overwatch too long. Though we do have a certain tournament of sorts to announce. This has been the highlight of the news for this week.
Oh, yeah,
this one. I'm not, don't put the link in chat. I'll show this off on stream.
Honestly, I'm hyped for this
link it
game.
afterwards.
Like,
but
legitimately,
you guys have to see this game. This game is the newest release from a very underground studio, very indie studio, but I think you'll all enjoy it a lot. So let me just bring that up on stream real quick, so you guys can all appreciate the majesty that is this game real quick. Let me just go ahead and pause the music, create some effect for this going on.
Like, honestly,
this game has single-handedly stood out.
Mind-blowing.
This is a new frontier for gaming. Really, I'm gonna go ahead and full screen and pause on a black screen so you guys can fully enjoy this. So let's go ahead and play this. Fluffy would be a little quiet, be a little respectful for what's about to go down. You ready?
Yes,
all right, chat. You guys ready? All right. This is Crab Champions. All right, go and we'll let the video play and speak for itself. Kill. right. That is Crab Champions, everybody. The newest release in esports title, I must say, from the small studio it's releasing from.
It's not released yet. It's actually like coming out and everything. But this game, honestly, this game's just
This is it, chat. This is the new esports ready game. I would recommend seriously watching it. And
something that I'm really interested in this game is definitely like the story aspect of it.
Very good story. You know, it had that slow release. No, it had that slow release. Had that slow release from the start. Had him coming out of the cave. Where's the crab from? Where's he from?
Where was he from?
Where is he going? Who is he?
Why did he turn golden when he crab flexed?
What is this? What's the story behind this? Where is this going, Fluff? Where do you see this game in the coming year?
Where do I see this game going? This is the game to triumph Owl. This is it.
This is the game. Now, if you go to that video, we are going to go ahead and link that in chat. But there is a Discord listed underneath the video if you want updates on the game, and it is a very real game. Do not, for a second, not take this game seriously. Do not take this real game seriously. It is a new game that's coming out. We have no expected launch date yet, but it's a great preview. I'm confident it'll be the next esports ready game. Yep.
Absolutely. I can't wait for it. Absolutely.
You want to fight? You want to fight? Absolute grab turn when they win a crab crab battle. Yep, they're on their own trophies. They are. I believe that all crabs are a trophy of their own, and I believe that's a beautiful message. Cryptic. I believe that is a beautiful message.
What if when you win, you turn into a next tier crab? Say, you go from regular crab to gold crab. I see. Next game, you're just in a match full of gold crabs, and that's it. It's just you have to go. You got to get bigger and better. Keep going. And if you lose, you get demoted again.
Yep.
Or if you lose so many in a row,
there is only one true crab. I think that's the message in this. There's one true crab in all of us.
There will only be one true crab. There'll ever be like diamond. Okay,
that's all they can ever get. Otherwise, it'd be too powerful. There'd be too powerful crabs. You know,
too many crabs.
We can't have that.
Too much.
You know, too much. All right, but that'll keep your eyes on that esports ready game, and it will be coming to you very, very soon. All right, now on to tech news for the week. Starting off with Lightning McQueen. Question mark.
Yeah, so this article is not actually called Lightning McQueen, just for everybody. We've talked about this several times on stream before. 5G, flip phones. 2019, it's the year of 5G and flip phones, apparently. Or foldable phones, not flip phones, my bad.
Wow.
Flip phones, totally something.
Wow.
Yeah, so 5G, they're kind of a little outdated now. So, as soon as you pull up the article, obviously one of the first things you see is this test speed from the Ookla speed test, which is the most common speed test. If you don't use it, I kind of recommend it. Like it's the most reliable to actually have and everything. But it says 634 makes the download speed and 23.7 upload.
If anyone does not know, that's massive. Ridiculous.
That's from that's on your phone at that 5G. So, like, that's insane. Actually nuts.
This is a very fast, very fast.
I'm gonna skip through the article a little bit because the person who wrote this article actually has a bit of humor and they read it a bit differently. They said, I'd like to say that using Verizon's 5G was a mind-blowing experience with download speeds beyond my wildest imagination. I wish I could tell you that I downloaded entire albums of music and streamed video instantly. Unfortunately, all I can honestly say after a long day is that I found a second paragraph is that I found it confusing, frustrating, absolutely insane. The new network isn't a silver bullet that will magically make your data dreams come true. It faces growing pains, and we're going to have to grow right along with it. At times, the 5G speeds recorded by the speedtest.net, that's the thing I was telling you about, benchmarking test, got us the 600 plus megabytes per second download speeds. Verizon
that's faster than my home internet.
Other times, it was closer to 200 megs. And still other times, the phone professed to be on 5G, acted a lot like 2G.
4G.
I had a battalion of upload and download tests I was going to try Thursday in downtown Chicago, but it was so hard to keep a 5G connection long enough to run most basic tests. I had to throw these plans out the window. So basically what they're saying right now is, obviously, as we already know with all of this stuff and everything, is it's in development. It's not going to be everywhere. even in one specific city. It's not going to be everywhere. They can't say, "Oh, we cover all of Chicago," because they won't. Chicago. But like,
Chicago.
we're not gonna like.
Not
They're not gonna cover all
Chicago.
of Chicago. Whatever.
Chicago.
It's fine. I don't like it.
So we're here every week. Actually, just
Yeah.
this is tech news. 1 second. Just switch this over.
Yeah, this is tech news. Good job, pal. Scuffed host.
Scuff host. I'd love to see you do
But-
it, honestly.
I'd love to see my internet do it.
Do this for me. Take this off my back.
You know what? No, I would love to see my internet do it.
Love it. Get that 5G,
Because,
bro.
like, get that 5G?
You could. Honestly, you could do this on 5G. I'll tell you right now. I only have 4,800 kilobytes per second going out right now. It could probably actually cover that.
Yeah, more than likely.
Give some perspective.
If
This
they get
is-
5G where I live.
No, I'm just saying, like, they could. This is feasible. That, if that puts that in perspective for anybody in chat, that's more than possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Streaming with 5G is not only possible but
Easy.
Yeah, like that's so easy. That's
So just
nothing.
put some perspective there for you.
With high
When
settings,
a lot of
too,
home
really
internets
Gucci.
can't even handle it, that would be like you could have that doing while you're watching Netflix, playing Overwatch, and still having time to launch your Apex game. So there you go. If that puts that in a little bit more perspective for everyone.
Right, hang on, mute for a second.
Nice.
Um,
All right. Anyways.
yeah, it's honestly, I'm just really impressed with it. And it's like the thing is though, obviously it's gonna have growing pains. We're gonna have to go right along with it, and I guess we kind of have to expect that though. You know, we can't just
Can you render faster?
have it immediately.
I don't know about that one,
See,
bud.
that's not
I don't know
internet speed,
about
though.
that one.
Yeah, but you know,
Could render you impressed if that counts for anything. Hey.
yeah.
We need a little faster at that.
Yeah, maybe.
So technically, yes. So let's go with that. That's the marketing pitch for
We can
that.
go with yes.
Yes.
But
In a way,
I'm really excited
kind
to see
of,
where it
maybe.
goes. Because maybe
Fine.
5G isn't like the future that they were kind of promoting with it and everything, but they have to promote it that way to get sales, right?
Yep.
Because if they're not promoting it as something phenomenally groundbreaking,
Who's gonna
nobody's
buy it?
Yeah.
We're just gonna sit
But
for
the thing
5
is,
hours on
they're
a
gonna
render.
promote. They're gonna promote 5G as that, just the same way they promoted 4K TV when it first came out, right?
Yep.
It wasn't really 4K when it first came out.
And
It was the
wasn't
best
really
we could
that
do.
good.
It wasn't really that good either. It was barely above HD, if we're gonna be real.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is though,
Then you got your curved
after
TV.
a while of after a while of having 4K TV,
curved TV.
they actually made it true 4K.
Good joke.
So now, is that what they're gonna do with 5G? They're
Hopefully.
gonna be like, okay,
can hope.
yeah, we've got our 5G plan, but like now, maybe in 2019, it's not real 5G. 2 years
It
down the
might
road,
be.
even a year down the road, actually, seeing how things progress, usually, it might actually be real 5G consistently. Only problem is actually getting like everything,
everywhere.
hardware and that everywhere.
They can
Yeah.
handle it even.
To try to
Because your
support
phone, even this phone right here, Galaxy
Yeah.
Note 8?
Is it the newest one?
No.
I don't know why I
actually
asked. That
remember.
would have been helpful anyways.
I
if it
wouldn't
said
know.
Yes, actually. So
Let's
yeah,
just
you
see.
can look through system info. And
Yeah, I'm
see.
just looking through system info right now. System updates. Let's go look at about phone. There it is. This is Galaxy Note 8. I was right. All right,
it's-
Galaxy
it's
Note
like
8.
this, I look
Even the
taller.
Galaxy Note 8, a relatively newer phone is what I have. Galaxy Note 8. We got it off a deal from Sprint. Thanks, Sprint. But it's a good
Not
phone.
sponsored.
This couldn't really hold it. I don't know. Sprint's not great for networks. So gotta give them something. I mean, what? Anyway,
Obviously not sponsored.
obviously not sponsored. I am very
Wow.
fair in my critiques.
Yeah.
It seems harsh because it is fair. But they have great deals for people who are on not the most consistent incomes and help everything else like that. So I appreciate it.
How much does this bother you?
How much does it
One-
bother me? A lot, actually.
one
A
cent.
very lot, actually.
I'm keeping
Thanks.
it this way. No.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mute out your cam.
Wow, that's actually I can't because
I'm
it's
kidding. I'm
tickling
kidding.
my
I wouldn't do
nose.
that. I wouldn't do that.
It
But
was-
anyways,
it was like,
even
it was
this
like right
phone,
on the bridge of
Galaxy
my nose,
S8,
I can't handle that.
probably Note 8, not Galaxy S8, Galaxy Note 8. It probably couldn't handle 5G, for being honest. This thing has.
I think the
trouble
no, I
consisting
think
at
the
high
Note 8
ends.
actually could.
No, it definitely wouldn't be able to full scope because it struggles to actually keep up with the full extents of 4G. And I
Really?
know that because when I get the top of the line when I was in New York, because they actually have very consistent lines up there, I learned,
Well,
these
yeah,
parts I was
because
in,
it's-
it was actually not even using the full amount there.
Where were you at in New York?
I was actually in some of the city areas where they actually have the cell towers very near you. Mostly
Okay, well,
around the
yeah, that would be
billboards and
why,
everything
because
else.
they're trying to get the populated areas like that. Like,
Yeah,
if
but
you were
you
to
could
go,
you could see some of the higher
in,
ends.
like,
And
the
while my
Bay
friends were
Area,
like
you
had
know.
the new iPhones, and I hesitate to say it because it sounds like I'm endorsing Apple. I'm not, but they had the new Apples and they were able to pull off higher speeds with their phones just because it was more streamlined for that. So I very much doubt they could actually pull off full stuff with Note 8 unless they were to do, maybe it was just a software issue rather than anything hardware related, but that's just what I had. So
user issue.
user issue, fight me. That's a software issue.
It's fine.
Go down with that. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
5G,
it's looking like looking at the
interesting.
test as well. Looking at everything they got on the 5G. The download speed varies from a high of 634 a second to 71.5. So, you know, that's very back and forth. Still, saying
inconsistent, I might say.
71.5 is still a lot, though. That's the thing. And that's just the day after launch. So there is definitely upsides to take from this. And, like, you know, kind of a failed testing in a way.
Even the lower lows are something to rival what's going on right now. So I'm just keep that in perspective
Yeah.
because it's
So.
it's a great benchmark for what we're doing, but it's not
is.
exactly like
It shows that we're really trying to progress. It's just, obviously, it's going to be a daunting
any
task,
other
as
technological
always.
progress with the promising from the human race. It's gonna not work immediately,
Yeah,
especially
we
what
have
was
to find
promised
the
to do
kinks in the
so.
problem. We can't just immediately get it. We can get what we want, so we have to work for it.
All
We
right.
have to figure out the issues with what we've got right now.
But that'll be it for the 5G news going on this week. Nice little rollout for what may be something in the future. But right now, it's not quite there yet. We'll look forward to maybe it becoming its own thing very soon. Moving on, though, to the next one. Respawn latest anti-cheat measures sees Apex cheaters banned by hardware IDs. Now, Fluffy, for those of us who don't know,
WID ban. That is
what is a
that's
hardware
a
ID?
serious ban to get. So
Go
something
into
that
explain what
Overwatch
this is.
generally uses is IP ban, right? That's the most like common ban, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cheat in you cheat in a game, you get an IP ban. It means that that specific account on that IP will not be
Not
able
will
to
work.
work. We use the IP bans for other things. A lot of internet security uses IP bans, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Issue with that. I mean, like, there's so many ways to get around an IP ban. So many ways. Create a new account. There's
What about
one way.
VPN for one?
VPN. Yeah, VPNs literally change your IP.
And here's why that
can get
works, by the way.
directly right around.
VPN will work on a lot of security ones because all they're checking for is to see what's getting accessed and who's accessing it. That's the only real two IPs it's checking. So if one does not meet the other, or it's going through a different route for the IP, which is the server routes it takes from server to server to get to the same information, if that changes, then they're not necessarily have it blocked in that way. I know a lot of people in my school, I won't say who or what, but I know a lot of them use VPN services to change their IPs to a country that doesn't have that blocked by that security company.
Sorry, I had to actually sneeze that time.
But even high schoolers, even high school freshmen can get around an IP ban relatively easily. If that
Yeah.
puts it in perspective
So
for people.
this is the thing: HWID bans, hardware bans. It
Do I hear
doesn't
infected
just.
mushrooms? Okay.
I don't get that one.
I don't get that either.
But yeah,
Okay.
so this is the thing: hardware bans are much more difficult to get around, and it even says in the article. Let me find it that way I can just read it for you guys.
No, let me do it.
Okay.
Respawn is banning hardware ID.
No, I have a specific part of it that I want to
Okay.
read. As shared on Reset Era and Reddit, the cheaters have been turning to forums for ways to bypass or remove the hardware ban that bans not just the accounts, but also the very hardware running them. Changing IP addresses and other such fixes are not effective, as HWID code is unique to your computer's hardware. So basically, whenever you download a game in the first place, you're putting it on your hardware. You have to give it
Oh, it's having
access
music?
to access your hardware to be able to run it in general. So,
If it's in there, chat, you can see it. This is all from this set. Yeah, it is. Spitfire and infected mushrooms. You got it.
Okay. But yeah,
Hey!
so
Welcome to the Hall of the Gods.
who subbed?
I don't know.
Huh.
There's a notification. I didn't actually see where it went off, though. I just saw that it was on the screen.
There's nothing in chat.
Oh, then I don't know what that was.
That's strange. Okay.
Weird. It had the Odin symbol on it. That generally means
That's really weird.
something happened.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just... Streamlabs is fighting back.
Streamlabs is...
2 for what it's worth.
Alright, can someone tell me what that was?
He's not going crazy. Like, can we...
No, we never said
maybe
that.
clip and see what goes...
Can someone get a clip of that and show me what happened? And you know what to
Yeah.
think, because it was something, and I do thank whoever that
Oh,
was. but
by
it
the
was
way, if you do
issue.
clip it and you try to like send it in chat, you won't be able to because the bot
Just,
doesn't allow you to send
just
clips.
DM
it
Fluffy,
to my just
me.
click on my name and DM it to me.
because I have to do the
not
other
you?
stuff. Yeah, because I have to do
Oh,
all
yeah,
this
that's true. You
stuff.
have to do the video stuff and everything. Yeah.
Anyways, but hardware ID. Hardware ID is literally just what the ID is for that specific set of hardwares, and it's used for generally for non-security reasons. It's generally used to know what update the hardware needs. Whenever you're updating drivers, it generally checks the hardware ID to see what drivers it needs to install or update for you, so that you're not having to manually put in, I have this model with this editing. This new update has been given. It's generally tracked just by hardware ID has gotten this from the company that's doing the updates. A little weird to think about it that way, but it's true. And
every single piece of hardware has its own thing, no matter whether it's the same model of another. Like, okay, so I've got a B350 motherboard, right? My B350 isn't the same as somebody else's B350. Well, it is the same, but it has a different, like, it has its own ID. So if they were to ban that motherboard, it's
can't access it.
That's it. Yeah, can't
You'd
access
have to get a completely new computer to do it.
You too.
I see. I see.
Yes. But yeah, so basically, like, these bans are like serious things.
Although they can be okay. So there are ways to get around, like we said. You can change, but you can change computers, you can change even routers, and that might fix it depending on what they've actually banned. Because sometimes it's literally just your provider from the ISP.
Likely.
It can sometimes even track it down to the provider for your ISP, the specific server route for that device. Those things are sometimes used also. The only thing is,
usually they don't do that. They do it to your hardware that you have right here instead of your stuff that you have. Oh, okay. Thank you for following, then, dude.
There we go.
Yeah.
Howdy. Well. Howdy. Hello.
Yeah, would have loved to actually tell you thank you when you followed, but don't know what happened.
Yeah, we just saw a weird. It didn't do the noise it normally does.
Yeah, it didn't do noise, and like I didn't see it pop up actually.
A little weird,
but.
Anyways,
strange.
Yeah, hardware ID. The hardware ID is it's the fingerprint of your computer. It's the fingerprint of the devices you use to access the internet. In essence, it is your fingerprint on the internet for these devices, for your body. Just as your arm has the fingerprints on the hand, you being the brain in this scenario, using it, controlling this body, which is your computer, these are the fingerprints it leaves.
Yeah. So, but it's a big thing. It's just there's so much that could go wrong with it. Like, if they were to ban like your routers hardware, they don't usually like to do that though, because that means any computer going through that router is going to be banned.
He's going to have it.
What if you live in somewhere with like a couple players, right? And one person messes up, router gets banned, boom, now nobody can play.
That's either way you're gonna do it, it's gonna have some certain issues to it. But it is interesting that they're taking this very more direct route. Yeah, especially like a dorm, because they're college gaming, of course. Actually, college gaming. We'll talk about maybe that next week, but there's been some recent college releases on supporting the esports industry. Become quite interesting. We may talk about that next week. I'm not going to talk about it right now. There's just not enough information, but it is coming into prevalence.
We can go into depth about it next week, yeah. So
but,
if you don't want to see that, tune in next week.
But like on things such as dorms, they don't want to punish everybody for this one jerk being a jerk. And let's be honest, if you're cheating in a game like Apex Legends, where there's not even a rank system, you're just a jerk.
Yeah,
so,
this is the thing, though. It is good for the people who are
that's toxic to the cheaters, yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, it is good that they're taking these steps to ban people permanently, really. Because like a game like CSGO. CSGO, IP bans.
Yep.
So you see all the time people using spin bots, where they literally spin in circles and headshot everyone.
Shoot somehow through walls sometimes too. It's really cool.
It's kind of funny actually, but it's also really annoying.
Makes no absolute, just no sense.
Yeah, none at all. It's like they're not even trying to not be caught at that point. They're just like they're okay with it. They're good. They're just like, you know what? I'm cheating. Ban me. What are you gonna do? Like,
I can just change my IT by tomorrow. Okay.
yeah, it's like.
But
okay,
hardware IDs
that's-
sort of show that, but it also is kind of
can't
like,
so much do that.
I don't necessarily want these companies being able to access that, but we live in a world where they can, which is its own entire debate on security versus access to privacy. And that's,
Yeah.
we're not going to get into that because that's way too much to handle for this bit we're doing right now. But that's what's going on in the world of Apex Legends. If you are a cheater, it's okay to be around here, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to egg on you so much for being a cheater. I freaking hate cheaters in games. If you just don't want to enjoy the game, then just don't play it.
Just don't do it.
Just don't play it then.
Just,
But
like, chill and play with the rest of us.
there you go. There's your warning.
Maybe you're bad. Hey,
ID bans.
like, I'm bad too.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm bad. I'm really bad at Apex Legends. You can watch my stream. I throw so freaking often because I'm bad.
Honestly,
but I
terrible,
live in that world.
Like,
I'm not even gonna deny that.
I'm right there
really
with
bad
him
at
though.
it.
So
I'm really bad. But I still
Yeah.
play the game, and it's still fun.
Yeah, and like I don't even play the game because I want to get better at the game. It's just because
No, it's just fun.
Like I enjoy it. Yeah. Like,
But speaking of
play Overwatch because I want.
speaking of some security risks that are going on with Apex Legends, let's go ahead and speak about what's happened to people's accounts who aren't cheating within the past week. We already disabled this. 1 second, I have to re-disable my ad block for this site because I already disabled it like 3 times for this because I want them to get revenue. But let me go ahead and talk about this one, bring this up on stream for you. Update, Respawn has issued a fix for the account reset issue introduced in the update 1.1. Evidently, the bug was caused by a simple server discrepancy. After downloading the information, players were mistakenly put on the wrong servers, which didn't have the progression saved, so naturally nothing showed up on their accounts. Fortunately, your progress up to until update was still safe and sound, Respawn said in a Reddit post. We shut down all live servers so that we could remove players from the wrong place and roll up the correct servers with your progress. 1 second, I just realized we're still on tech news. This is technically tech news, but this is all the industry topics, so we're just going to go ahead and move it over to industry topics. Fortunately, your progress will be saved. The servers will be remove players from the wrong place and roll up our correct servers with your progress. Once we confirmed internally that we have fixed the issues, we started rolling out the right servers, starting with Xbox and staggering to updates to PS4 and PC. Any in-game purchasing and progress required during the time between 1.1 going live and the fix will be reverted. Levels earned, items unlocked, packs opened, and spent currency Respawn added. If you continue to play and didn't patch then, this will not affect you. So there you have it. Crisis averted few. How badly do you have to screw up server setups to wipe accounts?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of rough, actually.
My favorite part was the morning this happened, I was at school. And I was just opening up articles to look at because, you know, that's what I do in school whenever I'm not working on stuff. I'm preparing for either this or some other show and making sure that everything's right.
Yeah.
Well, this article showed up in my feed and I was like, this isn't real, right? Like, there's no way they screwed up this bad to delete accounts. Well, they didn't, technically. But they kind of also did.
Yeah.
Because by setting up...
We thought they did at the time.
They essentially put it in a trash bin.
The only thing they knew, and we knew, was that it was just not there anymore. Oh my god, my account's starting off fresh. Why don't I have all my skins? Why don't I have my stats?
Where's my stuff?
Where's my stuff?
Where's my... Well, I've known that some people spent hundreds of dollars on this stuff, whether I say you should or not. And
personal
it's just gone one day. And it's like...
Where did it all
sorry!
go?
No! No!
Yeah,
where'd it go?
Honestly.
Crab. In a pinch for sure. But literally, just how it's just that was very
in a pinch.
That was very sad to see for Apex players. But talking about that patch that they did mention, update 1.1 has added a list of features. You can go to the link. We're not gonna put it on screen. We're just gonna summarize what it added. So it just added some quality of life stuff. You can now mute people, along with it fixing the account deletion error. 1.1 also introduced additional behind-the-scenes improvement for squashing cheaters. Added mute button during the intro and legend selection, so you can mute people and not have to listen to that one 10-year-old screaming your ear off. When using the report button for PC, you now have the option of selecting cheat or other. Basically, if they just left the game or just being toxic, or if they were straight up cheating, you can choose between those a little bit easier now. Added informative messages that appear on PC for crashes due to running out of memory, CPU errors, best explained by overclocking or overheating. Basically saying you actually have system errors now, rather than actually just saying, hey, it broke, sorry, and not knowing why, because that's very frustrating for a guy who looks at computers and tries to improve. Boxers of Reefs. I'll answer that in the info dump here in about 10-20 minutes. Added better collision to turrets on supply ships. Basically, the turrets had some weird collisions where you could clip through them and then clip through the world if you were very unlucky. And then lastly, stability fix blues for all platforms, basically making the game won't crash as much. Everything else was bug fixes, and not much else was added. There was jump walk issues with the jump pad and the phase ability, but other than that, it was just kind of updates to make things work a little bit better. But that will be it for Apex Legends section of the game. Wow, that took 3 tries.
It's okay. Everything takes multiple tries sometimes.
Sometimes the world takes multiple tries at something, and then burns. I mean. Next up is the Snapchat launches new gaming service, Snap Games. I'm not joking. This did not come up on April Fools.
Actually seems kind of cool.
Making a thing.
Not gonna lie. Seems pretty cool. Hate me, like, doesn't matter. This is strange. So, Snapchat has announced it is launching its own gaming service, Snap Games, which will
Pause for a second. Okay, maybe we're back now.
Am I back now?
You're back now.
Am I dead?
You were kind of dead for a bit, yeah. Phasing through the nether.
Let me check my ping.
Oh no, you're good now.
Once I phase into being.
Oh nope, we're there again.
My ping is not okay.
All right, Fluffy's not okay. Can I get an F in chat? Or not okay, brother?
Am I okay now?
You're okay now. It's another one that's not centered for some reason.
Good. Okay, that's fine. So, alright. So, Snapchat has announced that it's launching its own gaming service, Snap Games, which will allow users to play games with their friends in real time. The announcement came at the company's partner summit in LA, where it revealed that it would be releasing a series of games exclusive to the platform, including one called Bitmoji Party. You'll be able to access the games within Snapchat's chat feature, which now features a rocket button. Once you tap this, you'll be able to launch a game and play with your friends. So,
if you had an iPhone, you already had to add this.
Redesigned, blah, 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 all that stuff.
If you had an iPhone, you could already do this with the iMessaging services, but this basically brings it to everybody else. Along with maybe some more unique games than just pool.
Well, they said that they were gonna have some like by themselves as well, saying like, this is just for Snapchat, but like,
why would you say it like that?
I don't know, because I wanted to.
Is that the voice of Snapchat? Just
that's hot.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you had an iPhone, you already had this kind of going for you. But this will be now open to all Snapchat users, Android and iPhone alike, so you can finally play pool with your friends when you're supposed to be taking a test in that one physics class. For all of those who needed that. Lord knows I did.
Yep.
Still do sometimes.
No.
It's boring.
Actually, I'll take it back. I liked physics.
Here's the thing. I didn't have a great physics teacher. We can talk more about this if we want to on the info dump. But I had a not hot. Well, I suppose I'll say it like that. I had a not great.
Nah, let's say it like
I was following your adjectives, and I was like, wait a second, that's a bad adjective for that. We're not going to use that.
That's a bad idea. Follow my adjectives in general.
Yeah,
you're gonna get yourself in trouble doing that.
I'm going to get myself in trouble. Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble doing that.
But no, it was not a great physics teacher. I won't say who, and I'm not going to shame them or anything, because, you know, it's kind of rude to do that on internet streams like this, in my opinion.
That's rude.
That's rude. I don't appreciate your forbidden. That's rude. That's rude. That is rude. Okay?
I'm gonna clip that.
I'm gonna do it. I dare you. Alright, just play that whenever you have like a that's rude moment. Alright. But, that being stated, Snapchat getting their own game system. Do look forward to seeing at least what they do with it. If nothing else, it'll be interesting if it goes on fire and fails. And if it succeeds, it'll be fun to watch. There you go.
I thought you were gonna have like the whole, you know, if it fails, it'll be fun to watch. So, you know, that's
I started
toxic,
with that.
But
No, I started with that.
Oh, you're on TeamSpeak. Watch for a poke.
Oh, I didn't even get one.
The bot info.
Oh yeah. Poke's gonna go out soon. Anyways, on to the next article. We have the Borderlands 3 PC release is only coming to the Epic Store in September. That's right. If you are planning on getting Borderlands 3, there it is. Whoa. Challenge. Eden Challenge. Alright, that's gonna be something else. But Borderlands 3 PC is releasing exclusively on the Epic Store. If you are planning on picking up... Borderlands 3, you will have to use the Epic launcher, which it has been launcher exclusive games are not anything new. You have your Microsoft Store, you have your what's the one
Microsoft
for
Store, you've got Origin.
You got Origin. You got
Steam.
Steam.
Epic now.
Steam obviously is a big one.
Steam is one of those that's just kind of what everybody
expected.
has. But Steam's not been too great to the creators lately. So
Yeah, but it's moving
kind
over
of one
to there.
reason you've been seeing a lot of people, moving away, being like, Epic's giving us a better deal, so
Which is
what we're
understandable.
jumping for. Yeah, definitely.
But
It really
with the lack of response on a lot of things from the Epic Store, certain people are very apprehensive to this. I personally have not dealt with the Epic Store far too often. It caused me some issues with the launcher before, but I just kind of just downloaded it and then never messed with it again. So, it could just be a single sequenced event. But overall, it's under issue.
Fortnite.
No, I do not play Fortnite. I will say that every day of the week if you ask me.
I don't think we can be friends.
I don't think we can be friends. All right, I
Okay,
guess
yeah,
that's
we'll
my
play
leading
Fortnite,
card.
not
And
much
see you
of
guys
it.
later. All right.
All right,
Anyway,
are you sure you want me to be on stream by myself for a minute?
I don't know. You might get us banned.
Yeah. Probably.
So, but it will
Once
only
I
be
get the
released
internet,
away
once I get
from
the
the
internet
Epic
to
Store.
stream myself, dude.
This is
I
not
get
to
like a
say
week,
that
I'll
the
probably
Epic
be
Store
banned.
will be the only place to have it for a long period of time. It is only until April of 2020 that it will have it only. Which,
Yeah.
is a little weird. As for that long.
That's
But-
the wild. It's a couple months, so
it's quite a long time if you really look at it. But they do cite. There was a reason somewhere. Where was it? Streaming platforms have been contributing to the I'm trying to remember. 4% of those users. Okay. This mailer, I don't actually know how to say the leader of 2K president. I don't actually know how to say his name, so I'm just going to say Abe's mailer. I do apologize for not saying his name correctly if I'm not. Didn't elaborate on how the Epic Store will grow Borderlands audience, but Epic provided some relevant numbers set back at GDC, where it announced the store had accrued 85 million registered users after Fortnite. 40% of those users don't have a Steam installed, according to the Epic survey, which is completely unreliable, but which surprised me until I thought about how Fortnite was one of my nephew's first games. There you go. They're going for the younger audience with this, and it's a good play for the sake of posterity of the company, making sure that things actually stay in tow with it. It's a good business plan. It's just kind of weird for everybody because Epic Store has just been this thing that's known for Fortnite, and anything else that's been launched on it has been iffy on whether it works or not. So having it kind of come together in a way, no one's really sure what's going to happen, but they are confident that maybe it's just a good business decision. Maybe they give them a better deal. Maybe it's something else like that. But having it just be because of that one reason doesn't seem completely accurate. But that's just an opinion-based sort of summary for that. So you kind of have to weigh the odds with it.
Yeah.
But it will be coming out a few short months later. I say a few short months. That actually contains some of the longer months of the year. But it will be a sort of delayed response to get it on any other platform. So do plan on having the Epic Store installed if you're trying to get it the day of. Which, let's be honest, a lot of us were. But something to be aware of for the coming week. Next up, though, is the Division's 2 first raid release later this month. This is Division 2, as we have talked about before, is the looter shooter newest release after Division 1. Of course, that is why it has 2 there, if that was not obvious. But it has been a sort of, at least a marginal improvement from Division 1, and your cam froze on a very weird spot. That was semi-terrifying. You're having some issues.
Am I today? So today is my week of issues, my day of issues, basically. Is what you're saying.
Honestly, it might be better than me having them because then the stream doesn't crash. I'd say that's probably better.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
the next big update for the Division 2 is now live and adds a new, more challenging difficulty mode, as well as a new world tier, weekly invasions, new weapons, gear, and more. Basically saying they're adding more content to the game, which in a looter shooter is everything. Not only that, but the first raid is on the way at the end of the month. Operation Dark Hours. The Division 2's first raid is slated to arrive on April 25th. It's an 8-player raid that is described as the toughest of all challenges, and one that will test the teamwork of most experienced agents. Basically saying this will be the top tier in-game, end-game events that you want to do, and which is what a raid should be in any classical term or setting. It's what you should do once you have everything else tidied up, because this will be difficult. And they're promising that is going to deliver on that. Even further out, Ubisoft will add a new specialization to Division 2, but there is nowhere on whether it will be or when it will release. Friday's new update, Tidal Basin, is part of the first post-launch free content invasion Battle for DC, and it arrived on April 5th. It adds a new stronghold, Tidal Basin, that is occupied by a Black Tusk faction. Tidal Basin is now home to some of the most powerful enemies in the game, and they're not going down easy, Ubisoft says. I don't even have DLC, so yeah, wait, wrong game, never mind. Nice, Asian.
Thank you.
Players who successfully complete the stronghold will rise to the World Tier 5, which is where the new one is. And in turn, this lets players get gear scores in the range of 450 to 500. Reaching World Tier 5 unlocks new weekly invasions that see Black Tusk enemies take over missions and stronghold throughout DC. They are described as harder than other challenges, and the reward from completing them is better loot and gear. Which is always the promise for, you know, looter shooters. Always there's something better. Always there's something more. Which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's basic game design. Keep them happy, keep feeding them more. That's what players love. It's proven to be true. The problems occur when they don't feel like they're getting compensated for their time. Destiny. Destiny. I actually have all the DLC for Destiny, and you still can't make me relive it after the stupid grind that they added to the end game that made it so unfun. Which is really sad, because I loved Destiny 1, and I loved a lot of Destiny 2. And then they just kept shooting it with a Glock. Blop, 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 game's dead.
I think their special ammunition for that Glock was probably called Osiris.
Probably Osiris. I don't know. Let's give credit where credit's due. Like,
the
was pretty
cutscenes were really
bad.
cool in Osiris, but it was so
Let's talk about Warmind. I want to talk about bad
No,
DLC.
let's
talk about
not
Warmind.
talk about Warmind, actually.
You're right. The Glock was Osiris. The AK that they used on the game was Warmind. Let's be fair here. But no, it's a Destiny 2 was an exhibit of what not to do. Speaking of what not to do in looter shooters, that brings us to our next article. Reel of why Anthem was such a wide disappointment for many players, and what could have led to such a dramatic upheaval of expectations.
Now, guys, this is an article we are not going to.
We are not going to go through it all. I'm not even going to bring it up on screen.
Something we're going to try to like not have happen as often, like have an article like this. And I don't mean that rude, like the people who wrote the article, anything like that. I just mean
it's
like
we
generally want to cover. We generally want to cover the entire article with you guys. We generally want to actually give you the information that the entire article is basing off of. This article is so
True, Shep.
big.
It's almost like somebody said to be careful about your expectations for the game.
Wonder who that was.
Man, I wonder, right? It's almost like it came out from EA or something, and I said,
Look, if Sif were here, he'd argue you.
He would, but here's the thing.
You know,
I'm right by results, so.
You know what? No, he wasn't saying the game would be great though. He said that he would still buy it and like enjoy it. You know, and I hope he has enjoyed it.
I hope he enjoyed it, but I highly doubt it, given how 80% of the people who played the game did not.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, that was a really sad one. That was a really sad one.
Maybe they'll give the rights to a different
Who
developer
knows?
and make a real Mass Effect again.
A real Mass Effect game.
Because let's be real,
right.
Andromeda was not like that was headcanon.
As we've discussed before on I don't remember what episode, but it comes up every once in a while in our conversations. Anthem turned out to have a lot of issues. Just like what Destiny had, the people were putting in time, and they didn't feel as if the loot and everything else, which in a looter shooter is everything, was meeting up to what their input was. It wasn't adding up to the game to get something new. It wasn't as rewarding as it needed to be. It wasn't. And that's where it kind of hit a very rough patch. Headcanon, big facts, I love it. It hit a rough patch. That rough patch was the entire second half of the game.
Yeah.
Because it had a very cool gameplay system. Had nice 3D movements where you had complete flight systems. By the way, it does mention in the article this flight system was not even added to the last few months of the game's development. for anyone who's interested in that fact, they had to completely redesign entire landscapes because of it, and that's why some parts of it feel completely awkward. That's why. And it turns out that a lot of things had this last-minute idea behind the creation. Entire story was rewritten in the last month. Entire levels were redesigned in the last month.
This is
And
what
it was
I don't
such a
understand about that.
huge
If
issue
they're
that
gonna
everyone thought.
redesign literally everything, why not push back the release date?
Because
I know
don't
it's
know.
not a great PR move to push back a release date, because like a lot of people get upset and something like that. But like, why not? If you're gonna redesign the entire game, because what was the starting issue? Yes. Then, less than a week before the Los Angeles press conference held by BioWare's parent company, Electronic Arts, word came down that securing the rights to the trademark would become too difficult. Beyond was ruled out. The leadership team quickly switched to one of their backup options, Anthem. But whereas Beyond had been indicative of what BioWare hoped the game would be, you go beyond the walls, out of your fort, into dangerous wilds around you. Anthem didn't really mean much. That was the starting.
You know how there is an
everything
entire
changing.
story element about the war anthem that you had to skip throughout the story? That wasn't originally intended. Something else I found out from the article.
Yep. This article is actually a really interesting read, guys. This is my thing.
But I just want
the
to.
game itself
I
was
want to
actually
say
made
this.
decently
It's
well.
not
It's
for
just
lack
like-
of effort. It's not for lack of effort.
No,
I want
it's not for
to.
lack
There's
of
a
effort.
key pull I want to get out from this article is that if you don't be too mad at the people who worked on it, maybe you can be upset with like a lot of the leads of the project and maybe even some of the overseeing directors, but it's not because of the lack of effort. But here's the thing. Here's the article.
Like,
many say they or their co-workers had to take stress leave, a doctor-mandated period of week or even months worth of vacation for their mental health. One former BioWare developer told me they would frequently find a private room in the office, shut the door, and just cry. Now, along with being a big mood, that's ridiculous. People were so angry and sad all the time, they said another. Depression, anxiety are an epidemic within BioWare.
hey,
That's
I gotta
freaking
get this out real quick.
insane.
I gotta get this out real quick.
What's up?
By the way, so this, if you're on TeamSpeak, just want to read out this poke. If you haven't seen it, it's just a message, not a poke. Message from Grey Jackal. We're doing a server cleanup on TS, so you will temporarily lose your rank on here. Then when Odin resyncs, you will get it back. Those who do not have TS linked to the forums will not have any perms on TeamSpeak. So link it if you have not. Here is the guide. I'll put the
Everyone
guide in
told
chat
you
for you
to.
guys.
Everyone
If
told you
we
to.
have told you guys already, but if you have not linked it yet, there you go. That's the link right there. Use that link. If you know somebody who, for some reason, doesn't have perms anymore, get them their stuff. I have my perms back now.
Get 'em on it.
Abs, you still don't have your commander stuff yet. You still don't have your commander stars back yet.
No.
Server group revoked.
But you'll get them back in just a second.
Bye-bye.
So
I loved you.
you've got everything. You've got everything linked.
I
But yeah,
did.
so basically, if somebody right now loses ranks, and you're like in a chat with them, something like that, please,
That's
please,
fine.
please, just get them to link their
Server
TeamSpeak.
cleanup,
It's
no,
they have to
really.
link it anyways. That's the thing,
Yep.
guys.
Quick thing,
So,
we're
you know.
continuing with the article though. I lost my 3 tags.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
had
God.
to,
Here's this up.
you know.
I actually
drop it real
cannot
quick,
count
so
the
lost
amount of
everything.
stress casualties we had on Mass Effect Andromeda or Anthem, said a third former BioWare developer in an email. A stress casualty at BioWare means someone had such a mental breakdown from the stress they're just gone for 1 to 3 months. Some come back, some don't. There's a problem in management from there that we can see when the workers are working that hard and such talented names as, I won't list their all of them, but you just need to look at who BioWare employed, where they're still having these issues. There's something that's kind of messed up and screwed up around that. And I would seriously just say it's disappointing what happened to both Anthem and Andromeda, but at this point it looks as if it is just a BioWare issue, and that's very disappointing. But read this article,
So this is the
get to
thing.
your own conclusions.
Something else I
find
want to
the
read,
answers for
I just
yourself.
want to just my little tidbit out of this article,
Mhm.
especially for any of you out there who are like trying to develop games. You want to do anything like this? Just this is a pretty important, talking point for it. Among those who work or have worked at BioWare, there's a belief that something drastic needs to change. Many at the company now grumble that the success of 2014's Dragon Age Inquisition was one of the worst things that could have happened to them. The third Dragon Age, which won Game of the
Yeah.
Year 2014
Server
Game
group
Awards,
revoked.
was the Revolt.
there's my
or
server group.
Revolt, was the result of a brutal production process plagued by induction and technical challenges. It was mostly built over the course of its final year, which led to lengthy crunch hours and lots of exhaustion. Some of the people in Edmonton were so burnt out, said one former BioWare developer. They were like, we needed Dragon Age Inquisition to fail in order for people to realize that this isn't the right way to make games. This is the thing. It succeeded. I mean,
Massively.
it succeeded so much. So they never realized, they never found that, you know, it doesn't work, because it does work. That's the thing. You get these crunch hours, you get all this stuff done, and it does work. But that's not how games should be made. And that's the problem with what they've been doing lately. And that's one of the big issues that we, that's one of the reasons we have issues with this developing company in general. That's one of the reasons why many people have issues with this developing company. Because they do that kind of stuff and they crunch it out. They could have so easily said, guys, look, we've had some plan changes with Anthem. We're going to, we're going to make it release next year. We're sorry. And you know what? They're going to they would catch flack for that. Sure. But like...
Let me go ahead and tell you what's happening right now for Anthem. Sales are down. Things are not working out. Multiple employees have now left the projects and the studio as a whole. It's bad. Hopefully they'll learn from this and not do it again. Emphasis on not! And they'll actually learn from this experience to say, we'll take a different route next time. And I hope there is a next time for BioWare, because they have had those successes. They have had those great games. But if they don't, they're only going to get worse. And that's horrible to say, because I love a lot of their product. Dragon Age Inquisition had so much cool content, cool story. But it was made the wrong way, and you could still feel it. Because a lot of the characters didn't feel loved. A lot of the characters didn't feel as if the writer was doing it willfully. It was messed up in a way. And if you look at what's happening now, it's even more.
Andromeda was the same way, just not as good of a game.
It's very sad that's happening.
You could really feel it with Andromeda. Such a good series of games.
We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one, though. This is SpaceX.
Oh,
we're going to be done with this, because I can talk about EA, BioWare's and company mistreatments for literal hours, and I have before on the show.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and move on.
SpaceX, baby. So, SpaceX just fired up the engine on its test Starship vehicle for the first time. Are you ready, Space Cadet?
You got there eventually.
Fuck, I fucked it up, dude. I fucked it up.
You
want the Space Cadet.
One more try. Wait, let's go back one. Let's go back one.
Yeah,
all right. Hey, reset, retake, everybody. Okay,
SpaceX just fired up the engine on its test Starship vehicle for the first time. Are you ready, Space Cadets? I did it right that time. We're good.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good. First time.
Right.
First try.
Yeah, first try. Woo!
Yeah, though it didn't last very long.
Edit everything else out.
Though it didn't last very long. Just wanted to highlight that real quick on screen for y'all.
A test version of SpaceX next generation spacecraft, the Starship, so, geniusly named. Thank you, Master Elon. Successfully ignited its
Master Elon, is that
engine
you?
for the first time today. The vehicle didn't go far. The ignition was a test known as a static fire, to try the engine while the vehicle remained tethered to the Earth. However, today's test marked the first time this vehicle lit up its engine, and it could pave the way for short pop flights in the near future. And for any of you that don't know, it was a big topic summer last year. The whole traveling from place to place, not on a plane, but in a fucking spaceship.
I wouldn't say big topic. I wouldn't say.
It was okay for those interested.
It was a relevant
in the scene,
one.
It was relevant.
Topic.
Yeah. For anybody interested in the scene, it was a pretty big topic. Yeah.
I can relate.
So the thing is, though, there was so much hype behind this for a while. Like, oh yeah, dude, instead of getting on a flight and going flying for 8 hours, I just instead hop on a rocket ship. Literally get in a rocket ship.
Hey bro, get in my rocket ship. Okay.
And you're I could go from
I like
where
the
I'm
idea.
at. So I'm on the east coast of the US. I'd go from the east coast to the west coast in minutes.
Yep. And faster than a bullet train.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, this is a thing. That's ridiculous.
Really cool.
But
what it is.
it's insane. It's awesome. But this is the thing. It's saying they fired that bitch up finally.
Wow.
Like, it's great.
How dare you disrespect Master Elon's work by calling it that?
Yeah, like I can't. Let's be real. That's what he'd call it.
Probably like getting high in a
But-
studio.
SpaceX is currently building the first Starship spacecraft at the company's launch site and the test facility in Texas. Musk said on Twitter. But before the
Musk.
vehicle sees space, SpaceX first plans to conduct a few hover flights with a space hopper, Starhopper. These names.
They're great names.
These
to be
tests
honest.
involve igniting the engine or engines at the bottom of the vehicle. Though these flights won't take the ship to space, they will test out the SpaceX's new powerful Raptor engine, a critical piece of hardware that will be used to power the future Starship and set super heavy booster.
Now, if that's
This-
not a cool sci-fi name, like everything that just happened there, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's really cool.
This is my Starship, powered by the Raptor. Like, yeah.
I wouldn't go.
like,
I wouldn't
also-
say it in that
I
voice,
wouldn't-
but
I wouldn't say it in that voice either. Well, I did, but like
you did.
know,
You
I
did.
did, yeah.
You certainly did.
But like, it's like, what the? That's so cool.
No, I'm not saying that Elon Musk is literally what every high school nerd wanted to be. I'm just saying he's pretty darn close.
I'm just saying he's everything that I ever wanted to be.
That's kind of sad in a way, but
What do you mean? The man sold hats and he sold flamethrowers. That's all I want in life.
Monka TSA. Monka TSA.
Yeah, the great thing is I
Monkey
would have
TSA.
sold TSA hats. Like, come on.
But yeah, that's their elongated muskrat. Yep, good old elongated muskrat, everybody's favorite. But that is
Like,
the first
man,
release.
Oh my god.
What?
I
What?
can't. It's so beautiful. It's so
What?
beautiful, dude.
What?
Everything about just like
Everything that just happened on that article.
this. Yes, everything
Yeah.
that had just happened on this article.
But everyone who's into that thing, I would recommend looking at it. Please update your primary and second games on
Alright.
forum.
Yep, another
See your
thing.
forum gap.
Um,
I have
this is
to
from the
update my
same thing
games?
about the whole, Please update your primary and secondary games on forums in your profile to receive
Okay.
your perms back. So I still have Overwatch.
I still have Overwatch 2. No, apparently I'm good. Alright, cool. I'll take that. I'm fine with that, chat. Go ahead and show off for anyone who doesn't know where to do that. Go ahead and go to your... I'm just going to show us on screen for anyone who needs this. Sorry for any non-DI viewers, but this will help out a lot of people a lot. So go to your profile, top right, clicking on your icon. You can't see it over my mouse, but top right by clicking on your icon. Wait for it to load because the site's getting a lot of access. You can go ahead and go to your edit profile, and then reselect your primary game from the drop-down list and your
Don't give me
secondary from
Apex
drop-down
back
list.
again.
So I have everything already set up,
Yeah.
so we're good on my
Okay,
my
yep,
side.
I got all my
But for
stuff
anyone
set
who
up
didn't know
again.
how to do that, there you go. Look at the damagings tab. It's going nuts. I don't understand. What about the what?
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
The server logs tab.
Oh. Let me just hop
Yeah.
over that.
Everybody getting their stuff reassigned and such.
Can I show this off on stream? Am I allowed to show that off on stream?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
on stream.
I'm just gonna show it off on stream.
Everybody has access to seeing it as long as they're in the TeamSpeak.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go. You can sign and see it, just like the mass amounts going on there. Yeah, it just kicks every once in a while. It's like just in little short bursts as Odin tries to keep up with his old godly self.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it for SpaceX. They have created a new engine that we're all looking forward to see maybe make space travel possible, and not only that, but convenient. We can certainly hope that those type of technological things will happen in the near future. I myself am looking forward to what they show up with next time. Do we want to just go ahead and skip the last one and just go on to info dump since we have 15 minutes left?
No, but I want to talk about this one.
Okay, we can talk
We
about
can
that.
talk about we can talk about it a little bit at least. Okay. This one is more of a
Fine, we can do it.
we're gonna call it more of a meme than anything else, guys. But
They
like,
Japan
it has-
Murricud,
it-
and they Murricud hard.
it
it's
has
great.
real scientific value. Okay, but they bombed
But they also Murricud hard.
hard.
It was great.
Like, it's honestly hilarious.
Go ahead and bring
Because-
up
okay,
this
so-
article title.
Yeah.
That is the wrong
So
one.
the article
That also
title
the
is
wrong one.
"A
That is the
Japanese
wrong one.
spacecraft just blasted a new crater into an asteroid." Japanese spacecraft about 186 million miles from Earth dropped a can of explosives on an asteroid last night, excavating a crater on the rough surface. Eventually, the spacecraft will inspect the new crater, and it may even grab a sample for it. helping scientists learn more about the asteroid's interior. First off, I want to bring up how it says it may even
not that
grow
this was the original
sample.
intention.
So, like,
they
no,
did
that's not the
this,
original
and it
intention. They
happens.
thought about it afterwards. They're just like, we might want to do that. You know, like that'd be a cool idea. But before,
This to
their
highlight
original-
how this
their
would go
original
in
thought
a.
was-
This is a spoof, by the way. If this was a spoof movie, this is what would happen. Blow it up. We should bring it back for our trophy.
yeah, basically.
That's
yeah,
how it would go in
all
a
that
movie.
happened.
USA, USA. That is the
Basically.
most American move I have ever seen from Japan, and I must say I respect
Okay.
it. That was a flex. That's a flex and a half right there.
That's honestly hilarious. Like
Pause on the side.
they literally. Okay, there's a lot to this article if y'all want to read it, like, and you know, learn a little bit about the actual process of blowing up a crater.
Pause.
But like, if you actually want to learn the process and like the actual scientific values of it, go ahead and read if you want to. But
Interesting article.
see, actually,
just wanted to
that
talk
was
about
my first
America.
comment. Shepard, that was my very
Yeah, we
first
talked
comment
about
too.
that.
Was that's how you start a war with aliens? What?
To be fair,
We're just
though,
like,
to be
oh
fair,
yeah, this is uninhabited.
this is like the starting of a plot of multiple space movies.
Absolutely. They just want to get it going. That's
They
all
just
they want to
wanna-
do. Yeah, they want to. They're like, yeah, they're just like,
That's a very American.
we're gonna do this before the U.S. can because
Which is the
if,
flex.
like-
Let's be honest. Cool. It's an
Yeah,
it's an
that's the
understandable
flex,
flex.
that's the flex.
Understandable
Yeah.
flex. You're gonna stream.
I had to say it on stream. I probably would have forgot. So you
You probably would have.
but like, still, like, you know, that's.
But you did get
It
you did
was-
get your Titans on stream, so there's that.
I did. Yeah,
You did. You did
I
last
did get
week.
Shadow of the
I didn't
Colossus
remind
on
you.
here.
But
I didn't get it on last week. You didn't
Yeah.
remind me this week either, though. To be real.
no,
So,
I'm just letting you do your own thing. Not as meaningful if I remind.
That's dangerous.
I know that's the fun part for me, anyways. But yeah, that's it for this
You
week.
just have to
That
have your own
is
little
all
protective
the.
shield, you know?
Let's still. Wait 1 second. Where is this?
Is a
All right,
shield.
bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Have fun.
Doing
Go
my
ahead.
own thing now.
Go
Yeah.
My work desk, by the way, because my work
Your work
actual work
desk?
desk has my keyboard, my computer, and everything else on it, so I can't actually write on it. But yeah, now we're in the info dump section. This is where we sort of scrap any plans we had left over, and we're
Info
simply just kind of here. We take requests from chat. Want to know if they have information about us? Link it in chat. We'll go ahead and answer your questions. Otherwise, just bring
Yeah.
up topics, such as the fact that I just got this new gunmetal gray pencil. Look at that.
I'm colorblind.
It's gunmetal gray. It's a mechanical pencil.
I know. I can see gunmetal gray anyway.
Very
You're
nice.
colorblind too.
Oh,
I don't know
yes.
why I brought that up.
It's very shiny though. I like it. Well, I lost my pencil on Friday, and I was very upset because it was my nice pencil that I had found on the side of the street.
I don't have anything. Do we want to talk about the surprise stuff, or do we want to
No,
like?
because that's a surprise. Why would we ruin the
Okay,
surprise
fine.
early? Come on.
I just want to talk
Come on,
about
dude.
it.
Come on. Yeah, this is the info dump.
Oh, so
That's the
a
question
thing
we
that
got.
I was actually gonna super nice pen that I yoinked from my mom.
Nice. I mean, that's terrible. Don't steal. Nice.
Wow, how could you steal like that?
How could you
That's
do
so
that?
rude.
Such a small thing. It's probably negligible, and you probably didn't even know it was gone. Lost it a few weeks back, and it was really sad. And your pencil story reminded me of that. I'm so sorry. I do hope you reunited with your lovely, lovely pen.
Something I
Talk
will
about nice pens.
actually,
I also have a very
you
nice
know,
pen.
Plug.
You see this? Got this from MoMA,
This
Museum
was
of Modern
the,
Art.
This
It
was the
spins
Uber
out.
plug that I was talking about earlier, guys.
Very nice.
Uber plug.
No problem.
Actually, you know what?
Uber plug?
I won't
I don't know
won't
what
do
this
the
is.
Uber plug.
I don't know
I
what
won't
this
do the
is.
Uber plug. This is what I was gonna plug, and I'm not sure I'm allowed to actually.
I can't look at that. You sent it on Discord, your forehead.
I did. Yeah, you're right.
Can't look at that. By the way, if you don't know, our cams are actually being used on Discord, and our voices are on TeamSpeak, simply because we have issues. Why'd you send me a Discord?
I spent it on this team.
Which Discord is this?
Which
is this the-
It's
is this the-
it's what?
What?
So
Oh
I'm
no,
like, I'm
yeah,
not
you
sure I'm
can't
allowed to
do that. I'm
actually.
pretty sure
Yeah.
you can't actually. So
Yeah. Damn. I thought about that just now.
yeah,
like,
no, let's avoid that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
On second thought, smarter
yeah,
thing to do.
yeah.
No.
Why would I be smart about what I do though? Like,
You're right. That's what I'm here for.
you
Smile.
know? Yeah, actually, pretty much.
Nah, I'm here to
Um,
be witty and a devil's
You're a
advocate in these
fucking-
things. Literally, that's my one role in this, is literally make sure I don't crash the stream and just play devil's
What you
advocate.
guys can do though is if
Works
you're
out, though.
interested in like some of that, some of that good footage that you saw earlier about Risk of Rain, go there and watch that.
Nah, you don't have to do that.
Turn
Alright.
on notifications.
Yeah,
Make sure you
great.
see when he goes live. hop in, tell them hi, or to fuck off. Either one, honestly.
I'll take the second one. I'll laugh at the second one more likely, actually. That would.
Yes.
If you else want an all
Why
shot
would
by
you laugh
stream,
at someone
and
telling
just
you,
tell
hey?
me?
Yeah, that's rude if you just laugh
It
at them
is.
for saying,
Or
hey.
someone. No, look. Okay, I'll say this. I'm not all about plugging my stream on this just because a lot of you guys won't enjoy my stream because I'm not as. We're not talking about news or anything. I know that's a. Any audience here is generally here to laugh at the news articles and laugh at us making fun of them. I don't do that on my stream. I'm very much more focused on whatever I'm doing at the time and having fun with that. So it won't be as enjoyable, so I'm not big about plugging my stream here. But if you come to my stream and you tell me to F off and I recognize you from here, I will give you the VIP role because I just find that so funny that if any of you did that. I would literally give you the VIP role. I have like 38 extra slots for that right now that I don't use. You'd get it. So, I'm just saying, if you do that, I would give you the VIP role just because I find that hilarious. Input dump though. Input dump. Input dump, input dump. What's getting done? I mean, you missed it, Shep. No repeats. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tough.
We don't do repeats on this show.
There was
Unless we're talking about Shadow of the Colossus and how great of a game it is.
yeah, he's never gonna leave that one.
No. Actually, you know what? Pine, I'm actually really
Yeah,
hyped about
understandable.
Pine. Like, I've never been
Pine?
like.
Oh
it's
yeah,
just,
the game. Thought about the player
Yeah,
for a
the
second.
game.
I was like,
The game. I'm hyped about him too. I like him.
I mean, he hasn't played, so.
Yeah, but also, you know, Fraggy also hasn't played, so.
Eh. He
Yeah.
was okay. The Overwatch League, if anyone doesn't know, players. But like,
I haven't checked the wait. I haven't checked the fantasy league in like a couple
Neither
weeks.
have
We need to
I.
like.
well, how are the Wattbots doing? Because I chose
see
all
how we're
Shanghai,
doing.
and now they're not bad. I
Yeah.
kind of want to know.
Yeah.
It
You're
was
like,
a meme.
oh my god! Did I
It
just
was a
make a
meme.
team that would beat the one that we actually tried to make? Like.
I'd be a little sad. How are we doing on that? I would
I gotta
be
log
really
in
sad.
first.
How's that going?
Okay. Yeah, now you're genuinely worried. Like, shit.
Well, here's the thing: they subbed out like all the main players from last season onto this season. Like all the main players are off the stage now. It's like I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. There was no player release or info about it. It was just gone. I was like,
So our roster, we got all of our trades approved, and we're still 4-0. But that's because our roster is now Fleta, Siomansu, Rijihong, Shu, Ria, Super, Architect, Ivy, Bedosen, and Gesture.
yeah. I'm
So,
okay with that.
I think
love
the only
that.
person
Wait, how's Wattbots doing?
Shepard's
This guy's team.
Wattbots. Well, our team was Wattbots. Your team was
I meant
Meme
how's
to
Meme
Dream.
team? Meme to Dream
Meme
doing?
to Dream is 2-1. They're 2-1-1. So like
Oh.
they're in third place in the league, tied with
That's
Butts
so
and More Boots.
freaking sad.
We are tied in first.
By the
for,
way,
in
this is what we were talking
Discord
about
for
earlier. I
Boston
was
fans.
going to talk about this, but this is Watt, by the way. He's the main emote of my channel. If anyone didn't know, I'll go ahead and link it in chat just a couple times for my emote. Not this channel itself, but just
By the way,
Watt.
highest point earning player in the entire league right now for fantasy is Envy with 1,127 points,
which is really weird.
which is on Shepard's team actually.
There you go, Shepard. You got your carry.
Yeah.
But,
But
this
Shepard
is,
is also in
Yeah. Okay.
5th place.
Wow.
So-
That's rough.
The rest of the team's not doing well. Actually, the rest of the team is doing decent. Actually,
Just not good
Huh.
enough.
strange. I think something that helped us out a lot was the extra bonus points from playoffs. You know,
Yeah. I mean, that's also
disgruntled Boston fans. If you're looking at it, also like obviously the earlier stages, we couldn't have like gotten ahead of people in the earlier stages all that much because we didn't have as strong of a roster.
Yeah. It's hard
Because,
to
like,
get in
we-
real quick though.
Okay, guys, when we were first picking for our fantasy team and everything, we picked like, we picked like, you know, the meta that is fun to watch, not goats. And then goats happened, and we literally had like 3 people who didn't play, and we had Sabi Olby who literally gave us negative points. So, whatever, you know.
I can do this by just looking at the camera, touching it continuously without using my eyes. Oop. No one saw that. Back up more so I don't hit it again. Yeah, this is what. It was actually my family, and I know this is weird. My family gives Valentine's Day gifts to each other because everything's cheap. We like cheap things. We like to give gifts to each other. So she just showed up with it on Valentine's Day. It's like, hey, here you go, brother. I'm like, thanks, sister. She gave me this guy. A whole bunch of Twix. Sweet, sweet Twix. Love Twix. But, she gave me this. And I was like, huh. And I looked at it for a second. And I kind of raised its arm. In the kind of high gesture. And I was like, man. I can make an emote out of that. And I had just got my first emote slot. Or not just, but I just gotten access to actually making an emote from my emote slot that wasn't made by me. And I was like, man, that's an emote. It could happen. And so I did. And now he's Watt. And he's just been around ever since. Yeah, this is Watt, our hamster boy.
Because yeah.
He just kind of showed up. It was great.
Yeah. And then you've got DI's Malross. So
Love Malross. Great.
Actually, yeah, love Malross. It's great.
DI Dab. We get DI Dab.
Can we get the dab?
We get the dab. We can get dab in chat. Dab.
Can we get a? Can we get a?
Wait, Necro brought this up earlier. Ray tracing in Minecraft. If anyone's not seen that, they've officially added ray tracing lighting effects to Minecraft, and it looks so freaking weird. Like, let me bring this up. Like, it's not weird in a bad way, but it's like weird because you're expecting Minecraft. Ray tracing Minecraft.
I'll actually have to like. Watch
here's
a. Let's see this.
Where is it? Someone added ray tracing in Minecraft. Yeah, it's not done by the official. It's just someone made this. Where is it?
So it's more or less a
find...
mod.
Yeah, it's basically a mod. It's basically shaders plus. If you're really thinking about it. The shaders, of course, was a visual update to Minecraft. Okay. And let me go ahead and bring this up on the chat. And this is, I'm going to go ahead and link this in chat too, because it doesn't seem to be a suspicious video. And I want to support the actual people who makes this stuff, and not just plug it randomly, like a jerk. So there's that.
Wow.
I'm gonna go bring this up though.
Hypers in chat.
Let me go ahead and cam. But look at this. I'm gonna raise the quality so you guys can actually.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at.
Wow. That's like actually impressive.
It's real ray tracing.
Dude.
Put in Minecraft. Someone made this. Look at it. Look, you can see the individual textures on those now.
This is what all the 6-year-olds are getting RTX 2080s for.
Oh, that's sad.
GTX, that's what the 970 actually. Okay, that's impressive. 970 16 gigs DDR3.
That's okay. So the yellow light's a glowstone. I don't know what that is. They're gonna show off this in a second, but you can see the individual ray tracing on the Squidward. And it's only hitting certain sides. You have the natural lighting. Going with the bars, how it casts shadows on that now. You have lava pits. I think those are lava pits anyways. I'm not sure. I think those are lava. Yeah, it's lava.
That's... Yo! That's really that one guy's floating. Cool, actually.
I want to know how that one guy's floating. How'd they do that?
What?
That one guy was floating there.
I'm not...
Oh, yeah, it was...
Where you at in the video?
There's a villager. Look at the glass effect there. At
where you
140,
at in the video?
140. Well, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152.
Okay, I'm basically where you're at now.
Look at the glass effects, though. Like, this is insane, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot about this. Pog the Necro for remembering to put this in chat, because I was going to talk about this in the info dump, because I couldn't find an article on it, but it's freaking cool, man. Like, somebody really made this. Imagine having to program each individual light text when there's not exactly, well, not even exactly, when there's not really any backing for it in the actual game data itself.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like, so you'd have to take the light levels and make it based off light levels on whether it reflects or not. And then the reflection itself, you're gonna have to base it off, you're gonna have to make your own system on how much does it reflect, and then after you pick your own system on how much does it reflect, you're gonna have to reflect a specific image, you're gonna have to blur the image, dull it down.
We will be.
Like, that's insane.
We will be at Mafia event. At least I'm gonna try to be.
Yeah, we will be at the Mafia event.
I have to help
I'm absolutely going in there.
So we're gonna have to go ahead and end this now, though, for that. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming out tonight. We do appreciate you coming around. We would not have the show without anyone coming here to see it. We could do the show, but it'd just be us talking in a room when we already do that, and it's not very entertaining. Trust me. So having y'all here helps out a lot to make things fun for us.
And what I'm plugging right now are literally just our, if you want more of us, that's both of our Twitters, and I actually plugged his stream earlier. It's literally just in chat history right now, right above it. But I'll do it again, just because I can, to keep everything coherent in one place.
But
basically, that's everything. If you want to see more of us other than the info pit, this is all the streaming that we do on DI's thing currently. Maybe there could be possibly things, you know, in the future.
We don't know.
However, with the tight schedule, we don't know so much. Yeah. Other than that, it's just a big thank you to DI. Big thank you to everybody who allows us to be here. Especially to the person who I'm getting a lot of pings with right now. You know, bung, 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 with new messages. Thank you, Jackal, for actually getting things going here. Yeah,
giving us the backup to do this.
Thank you to all of the Twitch staff. Obviously, couldn't do this without you guys as well. And biggest thank you. Literally every single episode we do this, and single episode it means more and more as episodes progress. Thank you to everybody who is here. If you weren't here the entire time, it's okay. It's a 2-hour show after all. You know, we still thank you.
Lord knows my mind
everybody who watched on YouTube for any sort of amount whatsoever. Thank you guys. This is also a VOD, so like we haven't really thanked y'all for much in the past episodes. I mean, we just say everybody here, and we do include you guys in that as well, so don't fret too much. And yeah,
other than that, thank you guys so much for being around. And until next time, bye.
Bye.
Take me to Neverland.